and gentlemen.
All I know is you never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
What is it with you and this obsession with this varsity crap?
People come to us because we don't sell them on internet.
They can't refuse because of the implication.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door. Some things are a matter of duty.
The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to dispute.
I was about to take advice from a clown who dives headfirst into the shallow end of the pool.
It's Talk Sports with Jon Reed and Cody McClure.
If it is to be said, so it be. So it is. So it is. So it is. So it is. It's a Tennessee thing.
Well, I'm holding on.
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Happy Tuesday morning to you. Let's talk some sports. Jon Reed, Cody McClure. We got the P team over there. Wake up, Bubba. Wake up, Sam. We're supposed to be getting more sleep, boys, not less. Happy Tuesday. Let's talk some ball. Week 1 of college football officially in the books. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I wonder at what point Bill Belichick just figured out this was a bad idea for him. We'll dive into that next segment. We'll talk some Tennessee football with Brooks Austin. Figure out what Tennessee's doing a little bit different offensively. Find out from an outsider's perspective, an unbiased perspective, what to expect from this Tennessee team moving forward. We'll get into some recruiting updates. Tennessee wins again. Some injury updates, what Josh Heupel did or didn't say. We got a lot of it. Cody McClure, how are you?
Doing good, John. Good to be here. Good to be anywhere. How are you today?
Everything is good over here. Something they don't prepare you for as you make the switch to 8 a.m. is that you will be reintroduced to civilization. Typically, whenever I was leaving to come do the show, the roads would be pretty empty. This morning, at one point, I had school traffic, and then I get on the interstate, and I got real bad interstate traffic. I said, oh, yep, that's something I wasn't having to deal with for the last year. It got me at 2 different school systems. There's one weird spot in Farragut. You got a school zone, then you get into the middle, and it says no longer a school zone. You got really about 200 feet, or maybe that's not right. Maybe about 500 feet, a tenth of a mile maybe, where you're not in a school zone. So I gas it. I just put pedal to the metal, just floor it from 20 miles an hour up to 60, and then right back to a school zone. So that was a little annoying. That's going to hurt me every morning, but other than that, I'm good.
Yep, I noticed the same thing. Same thing affected me today.
Wish it'd be summertime. That'd be cool. But then we'd have to trade football season. But football season is here, so I'll take a little bit of more traffic. Sam, top of the morning to you. How are you?
Top of the morning, doing pretty good. Also encountered a crash on my way here. I normally have a very smooth ride to work. I live luckily pretty close to the station and kind of away from a lot of the school mess. But then as I got closer to one of our local gas stations, there was just 2 cars in the middle of the lane that just were waiting for a cop to get there, basically. And we're holding up quite the traffic pattern. So I had that. But then,
you know what, Sam? They're having a worse morning than you are.
They are. That is some good perspective right there.
I like to think about that every time I'm stuck in traffic. I'm mad, and then I'll see a wreck.
I just saw the lady like in her seat kind of sitting back and was just like,
she's trying to find zen.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what? It could be worse.
Mm-hmm. That's some good perspective there, John. But yeah, I mean, I didn't even I barely watched that football game last night. I got into maybe the craziest hour and a half of television I've ever watched in my entire life.
The Bachelor in Paradise finale?
It is a Netflix thing called, it's like the Unknown Number, the high school catfish.
Oh,
this is the craziest story I've ever seen in my life.
I saw a trailer for that.
You have to watch it. I recommend every single person go watch it.
It's only an hour and a half?
It's only an hour and a half. It'll like make your skin crawl, but you're also just on the edge of your seat. You're so entertained. You wonder like how people professionally could have not thought of this. It's
okay.
wild.
That's a good
wild.
tease. I like the catfish stories.
Yeah, no, it was. I was watching it last night, and pretty much every 15 minutes, I was just like, "How is this continuing to get worse and worse and worse?" And then the last 30 minutes or so, you've just got your mouth wide open, just like, "How the hell is this possible?"
Okay, I will go watch it.
All right.
Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not tonight, but by Monday.
Okay,
by Monday, I will watch it. Bubba, top of the morning to you. How are you?
Fighting through adversity, John.
That's the story of your life. What is it? What's happening
You
today?
just talk about the reintroducing of civilization, You think you'd try to line up at an appropriate time, and then, other people decide, hey, nah.
Well, what's your story?
I just, normally, where it takes me about like 12 minutes to get here roughly. So I left at like 7, like 33 or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
And then I just kept hitting the red lights, and then just like, oh, these lines keep getting longer and longer. And then people just aren't going. And then there's fender benders every now and then. There's people that just can't merge on interstates, and then they try to switch lanes on you because they want to take an alternate route.
Sure. So just traffic.
Yeah.
Yes, traffic. Okay. All right.
What would you pay to never have to deal with traffic ever again?
100K.
You just have a clear road for the rest of your life.
Be kind of sad, wouldn't it? Better be careful what you wish for, too, Sam. Like, I don't know if you've seen those genie movies or those you make a wish and something bad happens. You wish for no traffic, then all of a sudden civilization ends and you're the only human left. So you better be careful.
That doesn't mean they just die.
It could. Sometimes the genie gets you, and it's like really the devil you're making a deal with. And he's like, hey, you should have thought of that when you asked for peace and quiet. Now you're all alone on a deserted island. You didn't see that coming, did you? You got peace and quiet, though, buddy.
Oh, I'd find a Wilson.
Well, he'd probably get away. That's what happens in Castaway. He gets away.
But then he gets reintroduced to civilization.
Yeah, but his old lady, she's moved on.
Ain't that the truth?
Damn. He was the castaway again. When he gets back to society, he's still ostracized. I never actually watched that movie all the way through.
You seem pretty knowledgeable about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I've seen it.
It's just describe the whole plot.
I mean, it's been out long enough, but like I never watched it all the way through. I was like, oh man, this guy was on this island for how long? No, I'm good. Volleyball, but I've seen plenty of highlights. I've seen the end. I know what happens. I'm good. I don't mind traffic most days, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
He's just trying to convince himself that it's not that bad.
Nah, I mean, like, a little bit more time in the car, because if it wasn't for traffic, I would never be in my car. I like listening to songs and podcasts. So, like, sometimes it's nice just to have an extra 15 minutes. I'm fine. I'm just sitting there.
I can go traffic in the day-to-day, but, like, on a road trip.
Yeah, on a road trip, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Like, if you tell me, like, no traffic on any, like, trip further than 3 hours, then we got a different story. Okay. Then I'm ponying up some money. But here in town, it's annoying, but there's a part of me that likes weaving in and out of it. I want to see how good I can beat the traffic. I want to see how good I can merge. Look at Bubba. He is so mad right now.
I'm so disgusted by the fact that you're one of those drivers.
You got to use as much. They have the lanes for a reason, Bubba. You got to take advantage of all the space you got. If everybody just waits in line, we'll never get anywhere.
Bold of you to assume that I would be, comfortable letting you in front of me, so I would just not give you an inch. And when you try to take the mile,
that'd
and
be
then
fine.
Next thing you know, we're sitting there on the curb with our flashers on. And you're saying, I thought I was going to get over. And I said, nope, I was right there, sir. Check your mirrors.
And it would be your fault.
I would end up throwing hands, and you know what? I'd feel okay about it.
Beat your ass, and then it would be fine.
That would not happen.
1,000% it would.
Nope. Because you're talking about a man that's even more amped up because some boneheaded idiot decided to try to get in front of him when he already had his position.
That means you've lost your composure. You're throwing punches too hard. You've opened yourself up for the counter takedown. Like,
but he thinks he knows what a proper counter is.
You don't want to come into a fight all high strung and emotional. It's good if you can land the punch, but if not, you'll punch yourself out, Bubba. Haven't you ever heard about the guy treading water in a minute and a half? The adrenaline takes over. His body sinks. He drowns.
Here's a big old caveat, John.
You think it'd be good for you when you're treading water. It's bad. You use up all your energy. That's Bubba in a fight. So
you're forgetting the old dash cam up here in the top right corner of the windshield here. And one day you see that footage of this car just trying to force himself over, they're going to say,
doesn't matter, buddy. If you hit somebody in the back, it's your fault.
Oh, I wasn't thinking back. No. We're talking like you're trying to cut over in front of me because you're thinking you're weaving in and out. So that, right rear quarter panel.
The what quarter panel?
Right rear.
Rear as in back? Okay.
No. You're thinking back as in trunk. I'm
thinking anything from the driver door down is considered the other person's fault.
I feel like that's
learn the rules of the side. Learn the rules of the road. Learn the rules of the road.
New ones every day.
Cody's just disheveled over here.
That's actually the Uber driver.
What's the question? What's the driver's fault? The right rear quarter panel? That's all I heard. The only thing I know about a right rear quarter panel is on the old NASCAR games. That's where you want to get them if you're going to put them in the wall.
Don't get a black flag, though.
That's what I used to do in the go-kart tracks. I used to get them right in the quarter panel.
You get one chance on that.
I was the intimidator out there. When I was a kid.
Be careful.
I was the intimidator out there when I was a kid. I'd put them right in the fence, Bubba. I'd put them right in the wall. I'd try to injure them. That was the goal, to hurt them. And if they walked away, then you know what I did? I'd beat them up after the race.
Hopefully you were in control and you did it and you didn't punch yourself out like Bubba would in his road rage fight.
Yeah, I was in control. How's everybody doing today? You guys doing good?
Everybody's good.
I'm good.
Yeah, everybody's good.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
We'll talk some football. Coming up next, let's talk sports on FANRUN Radio.
Your dream home a reality?
This is FANRUN.
I'm Bo Kregner, and here at the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, we know that finding the perfect home is more than just a transaction. It's about finding your sanctuary, your future, your happiness. Our team is dedicated to guiding you every step of the way, ensuring a smooth and stress-free journey towards home ownership. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, we're here to help. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or just visit us online at bonowshouses.com.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. We do. We're Farm Bureau Insurance. And we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance. Tennessee's insurance company.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance for Tennesseans. Believe in me for all of your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871.
Hey, football fans, this is Stats.
And this is the Sheik. And together we are the Cover Boys. And we cover college football like no one else.
Each week, we preview all the big games in college football. And we may not tell you who's going to win, but we'll tell you who's going to cover.
Our patented right sides are clicking at 66% against the spread all time.
So join us right here every Friday evening at 8 for the Cover Boys on the official voice of Tennessee fans, FANRUN Radio.
And enjoy the winners, everyone.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hey folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
And I've cost myself 2 winners. And last night was insult to injury. Like I had TCU minus 3.5 before the game. I felt great about it. UNC, North Carolina, went right down the field and scored that early touchdown. And I said, nope, cash out. Right before they even scored, cash out. And I was like, I'm betting on North Carolina. Wow, look at this drive. Oh man, this Gio guy, he's a stud. Bill Belichick, of course, he's going to outcoach college coaches. So not only did I cash out a winner in TCU, I put it on North Carolina. And I got to quit doing that because I cashed out of South Carolina too whenever they got up 9 and Virginia Tech was driving after that punt return. I said, you know what? I don't want to get backdoored here by Virginia Tech, South Carolina, blah, 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 which I felt smart whenever, Virginia Tech kicked that field goal and was covering. But then Lenora Sellers hit the big, long touchdown. I got to quit doing it. Luckily, thank God I didn't have to. I would have came in here in a worse, much, much, much worse mood had De'Erica Hamby and the LA Sparks not saved me last night. So shout out to them.
When does this season end?
It's week 1.
It's week 1.
Well, I mean, it's week 1. Yeah, I mean,
the WNBA. I thought it's been going on all summer.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Bill Belichick.
No, I'm talking about the WNBA.
I thought you were asking on Bill Belichick's behalf because I think he was thinking the same thing at about halftime. Maybe the first play out of halftime, whenever TCU ran the 75-yard touchdown, as the announcers were like, "Oh, it's a huge drive for North Carolina's chances here." No drive, just one play. Boom. See you later.
It was. It was embarrassing. It looked like something that should have never happened. Watching Bill on the sidelines, it looked like as he's down 41. I guess it was 41-14 at this point when I'm watching it, and just the expressionless, the face, the sideline, they would pan to him and he's just staring, just like standing there staring at the field. And I felt bad for him. I was like, why did you want this in your life, Bill? I mean, if anything, you're just going to tarnish your legacy. The guy won 6 Super Bowls, regarded as maybe probably the greatest NFL coach of all time. I mean, I guess it could be up for debate depending on who you ask, but And you're out here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, with this young girlfriend, and you just it doesn't feel right.
It's more than just a girlfriend, Cody.
Well, he's around all these college kids. It doesn't feel right. He's a pros coach, you know. I don't know.
At least you guys didn't have as bad of a take as Colin Coward.
What was Collins? Oh, see, I
wasn't really sure what to expect from Chapel Bill, but after that drive, I have him as second best college coach I've ever seen, just below Saban.
Well, you know, I got to say, to defend Colin a little bit, after that first drive, I think that's a fair take. Now, you know, I don't think he would say the same thing after this game, but that first drive, it cost me a whole bunch of money because I was like, oh, man, they look awesome. Of course they have implemented a perfect system. Of course Bill figured it out. Wow, he's reinvigorated. Like, this is great. So I fell victim to that too. I think what I did was worse than what Colin Coward did because I feel like there's some obvious hyperbole there. But also after the first drive, I think that was a fair take. Hell, they even came out and got a stop right after that and got the ball back. And I said, oh, my God, they're about to kill him.
They're going to win the ACC.
I started thinking that. I started thinking, like, man, this is bad for us. They're going to start recruiting Carolina so good again, and we're going to be in trouble, and we're going to lose some of our recruits. Damn, Bill Belichick's going to mess us up. And then it's like, oh, wait, never mind. He's going to get fired / retire after, like, 1 year.
I was seeing posts, too, about how kids on recruiting visits to North Carolina, like at the very start of the Belichick tenure, were going on a visit and then just never saw Coach Belichick, basically. Just went on a visit and never got to talk to the coach or anything like that, and then just went about their way.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that's happening a lot. I would imagine that he doesn't have time to meet with every single prospect. He's got a Hulu documentary to film. You know what I mean? But I will say a couple things.
Got yoga to do.
I will say a couple things. Cody's right. He doesn't seem happy. He seems like an old man that's like, what the hell am I doing? He's got a loudmouth girlfriend that I'm sure is not going to handle this criticism and him getting made fun of for, 6 straight days well, because he is going to be a punching bag. You've already seen TCU's social media team. They're taking it to him. I've seen some quotes coming from journalists talking about how many coaches in the ACC have been talking about kicking Bill's ass all year and how important it is for college coaches not to get bullied by this NFL guy. So I think people are going to rub his nose in it. And also, like, I think there's the whole, like, hey, here's Bill Belichick's career without Tom Brady, and that doesn't look very good. Now, not only do you have not have Tom Brady, you also don't have a quarterback that can complete a pass. It's never a good sign when, like, an hour and a half into the game, they flash up a graphic that says, starting quarterback has not completed a pass since 8:12 Eastern.
Yeah.
And it's like 9:45, and you're like, oh, well, that's problematic.
Well, and Tom Brady, too, the fact that he went and won another Super Bowl without Bill, that already kind of hurt him a little bit, just in terms of how things ended with the Patriots versus how things ended with Tom. And then, you take this North Carolina job. I mean, it was a huge why when it happened. Like, why? Why is he doing this? Like, nobody really thought he was going to do it, and then he did it. And now it just looks, I mean, maybe I don't want to overreact after week 1, but it just looks like a total failure. A total, like, he's not into it, like he's not putting his heart and soul in it.
I won't act like I watched, every single game. I feel like I got a pretty good grasp on week 1. They're the second worst team I saw, behind only UCLA. Like, in terms, and look, again, I'm not watching the real losers playing nobodies and whatever, but like in terms of games I watched, I pay attention to about 10, 15 games this week, read up on some others. Watched pieces of 10 or 15, I should say. Of course, I wasn't watching all of them start to finish. But they're the second worst team I saw, and they might be the worst. Them and UCLA are both pretty god-awful. And at least UCLA got beat up by, like, a legitimate team.
And then Alabama.
And then Alabama's third, yeah.
The 3 worst teams in the Power 4.
You know what? Kentucky's probably down there, too. Like, let's make it a 4-pack.
This guy tweeted, last time North Carolina lost a non-conference game by 27-plus points, Bill Belichick's girlfriend was in middle school. It was only 11 years ago, but still.
Well, that's not going to help him. That you're going to get that all season.
Oh, no, they're going to be a punching bag. They're going to be a laughing stock, and they are going to get it from everyone. They're going to get it from they're going to get it from college football people who want to say, hey, let's make some cheap jokes, and they're going to get it from all of social media and people that don't even care about football that just want to come in for this story. Like, it's going to be nonstop. And then when the Hulu documentary either gets scrapped or releases, it's going to happen again. They are going to be made fun of for a long time.
Is he going to become like reverse Urban Meyer?
Like just goes to a different level and fails dramatically?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I don't feel do you feel like Urban Meyer's legacy is tarnished, though? When I think of Urban Meyer, I still think of just a great college coach. I feel like if you do it at the higher level, it's easier you get more of a pass. Like Nick Saban failed in the NFL. Steve Spurrier failed in the NFL. But going back to college and not being able to coach, it's like
he didn't have to go back, though.
I know.
Saban failed in the NFL, I guess, by the definition, but like he went 9-7. He made it a couple seasons. Like Urban went 2-14, and like his kicker sued him, and like he disgraces his family by rubbing up on co-eds at a bar, like after he had skipped, a team flight to go back.
Right.
I won't say it ruined his legacy because you're right. Whenever you think of Urban Meyer, you still think of like one of the greatest college football coaches of all time. But I definitely think about the Jaguars' failure. So in that regard, it's at least tarnished his legacy. It's at least a part of his legacy now. And if Belichick goes here and goes 5-7 and gets his ass beat, that's 100% going to be a part of what you think about him. Like Super Bowl winning coach, at one point thought of as the greatest of all time, that is going to take a hit because Bill Belichick, the creepy old man dating the 24-year-old and the loser in college will start creeping into at least the second paragraph of his story.
I just think, like, looking at it from a college angle, if Josh Heupel decided he wanted to retire today for some reason and we were looking for a coach, I think we'd all still sign up for Urban Meyer, but I don't think anybody wants a piece of Bill Belichick.
And that's probably fair. I definitely think that's fair. Now, you could say that's a little bit of ageism because I think if Bill Belichick was 55 or 60, you'd have NFL teams still want him. I think they'd still want him just based off of all, his big, long track record of success. So, I think him being 73 changes that math a little bit.
I just think it's time. I mean, yeah, that you're right, but just it's time to hang up the cutoff sweatshirt, man.
After that first drive, I thought the NFL was going to come calling. Like after like week 3, I thought he'd be back in the NFL.
It's over. It's over for Coach. 6 Super Bowls, and this is how we got to see him go out.
Bubba, anything?
It's like Elvis dying on the toilet,
To you while watching Bill Belichick get his ass beat. I'm looking at a picture right now of his son. His son's too old to have hair like this, to have the half shaved, half ponytail look. His son's too old to be on TV looking like this. Bubba, did you have a different takeaway after watching that massacre?
I mean, their scripted drives are phenomenal. Like the first one, that you saw. Obviously, they drive it down, and then you said it caused you to absolutely change.
Yeah, it cost me a bunch.
They're
of money.
really electric in the beginning, and honestly, that kind of excites me. I think that means there's probably some more potential there. But it's interesting though, because it's like different Bill Belichick that we'll ever see. It kind of shows how different the collegiate game is to the professionals, and it also makes you wonder at one point, if ever, is he going to actually have a breakdown over these kids that he's having to coach over?
It makes me think that to go with the Urban Meyer comparison, it did make me think that like he's only going to do this for 1 year and then just say, what, I don't need this, and like North Carolina's going to be like, this has been a disaster, and they'll mutually agree to part ways, and he'll just be like, what, I don't want to. I want to go back to TV. Like it did make me think that, and maybe that's a gross overreaction. Maybe they settle in, and if this game, look, it's tough to have your first game on national TV. I mean, it worked for Deion Sanders against TCU. I mean, they beat TCU's ass whenever they played them, and it's the opposite of what happened to Bill. But like, hey, beat Charlotte, beat Richmond, and we'll see you like on September 20th when you go to UCF. Like, maybe you can get this thing figured out, and you can actually coach the boys up, and who knows, maybe they can rally and improve as the season goes along. But week 1 reaction is that he's not going to make it to next year. I ain't worried about Faison Brandon wanting to go to North Carolina. I'll tell you that much.
Well, Belichick said after the game, we're better than what we were tonight. But
I hope.
We have to go out there and show that and prove it.
Now, it did make me think that they're going to make a switch at quarterback. Like, I don't see Bill staying with Gio Lopez, who couldn't complete a pass for over an hour and a half. Like, I know the ceiling might not be high on Max Johnson, but hey, he at least came in and looked like he knew how to play college quarterback. I mean, he was facing garbage time. So, like, I do want to be fair there and not give him too much credit. But hell, after watching Gio play for so long, watching Max Johnson come in and dink and dunk down the field, 9 of 11, 103 yards and a touchdown, that's probably going to earn him the start moving forward.
Too many 3-and-outs, too many long plays on defense, 2 turnovers for touchdowns. You can't overcome that, said Bill.
No.
You saying Gio Lopez is Drew Bledsoe?
I don't know, because in that scenario, Max Johnson's Tom Brady, and I don't think I want to go there. I just think that, like, Gio Lopez, you need to be able to complete a forward pass to be able to play quarterback. Josh Hoover, I got to say, I talked about the Big 12 quarterbacks. I actually was impressed with Josh Hoover. I think he's the best one of the bunch, at least of the non-Utah variety, because that guy running around for Utah was pretty impressive. But Josh Hoover made some good throws. Sawyer Robertson, didn't want him. Avery Johnson, didn't want him. But Josh Hoover, I thought he threw some really nice balls.
Yeah, he looked pretty good, which that is the guy we wanted, We were trying to get in on him.
Yeah.
Heupel figured out he was a furry. He said, no, I like my firefighter instead.
Yeah. I think we went off the field, from that regard. But I got to say, Josh Hoover threw some pretty nice passes. I'll monitor him moving on. But my quarterback's Joey. So it's not like I wish that we had somebody else. But I just thought all those Big 12 quarterbacks sucked. And Hoover might not. Hoover might be the best one they got. Anything else on TCU, North Carolina?
Just, pour one out for Bill's career.
Get a microphone or give the phone back to Jordan. I want to see her get some tweets off.
Did you see that sign, though, at the tailgate?
Air Jordan.
Air Jordan.
Yeah, that was good with
Fantastic.
With him airplaning her up. It's tough, man. At some point, it's going to feel like elder abuse, but it just is what it is, Bill. You brought this on yourself. You should have aged gracefully and just out of the spotlight.
What good was it taking the job? I mean,
$2 million, I guess.
I still don't understand.
Yeah.
Did he not have enough money? I mean, is he?
He's got a new
love. That's why he took the job. Love.
He's got a new expense to keep up, brother. He's got some new ventures he has to fund. Like he's trying.
And he could do all that with a TV gig or an analyst gig. Be a consultant. Something.
I gotta say, he probably wanted to show her he still got it. She looks at him like an old man, and he wants.
Well, what's she thinking now?
He wants to get out and get to coaching and see it, so she could see him in his element, full of life again. Like see what he's got. And you're right, like it's backfiring, but he didn't want to just sit at home as a retired guy playing Sudoku. Like she wouldn't be turned on by that. She wants to be a first lady of a program.
Well, maybe she'll go for Sonny Dykes now. I mean, he's getting up there in age. Clearly he's a better coach. Is he married? Sonny Dykes got a wife.
She was actually the mastermind behind the scripted drive.
That's what I would. That's what I would be saying if I was her too. She gave a pregame speech to Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Keep Jordan away from Sonny Dykes.
Even if they get things figured out with Charlotte and Richmond, maybe even against UCF, they play Clemson on October 4th, and I imagine we'll all get together and watch that game and maybe do it all over again, unless they figured some stuff out. But all right, there's a North Carolina TCU update. Sam sent us to break. We'll come back. Tennessee football got some good recruiting news yesterday. Got some injury news to break down. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on FANRUN Radio.
You're listening to FANRUN Radio, the sports humans.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. and stop on by. Tell them FanRun sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life. Days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Vols fans. Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Did another fantasy draft last night. Always this week, I got about like 4 days in a row. I just got a draft, and did my big one. I'm in a big auction league. High dollar, the one I pay the most attention to. And I get through with the auction, and I'm picked to finish 10th out of 10. I'm beginning to think I just can't draft. I was picked to finish 10th out of 12th here at the Station League.
Better than last.
Well, in one scenario, it was last. And the one I cared the most about, I was last out of last. I was 10th out of 10th.
What does that computer know about fantasy football?
That computer don't know ball. That computer don't know ball. That's a good point by you, Sam. That computer don't know. That ball ain't round. You don't play with ones and O's, you know.
You don't play with decimals and numbers.
That's right. That's kind of what I was going for with the ones and O's. But, yeah, like.
Yeah, you don't play with ones and O's. You play with Jimmys and Joes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but pick to finish last. Aww.
Oh, I bet you won't finish last.
Well, I hope
Who's
not.
your team?
I'm not going to tell you who my team is. It's fine. We don't have to go through it. But it's an auction. You ever done
like a guy who might be last in the league?
Well,
I'd kind of like to hear too.
I mean, I don't think it's. I hate. Okay,
we want to know.
I don't like people having to listen about my fantasy team, but since I guess I brought up that I finished
do a
last.
breakdown of every player. Just
yeah.
Skim over the top.
Have you ever done an auction before, Sam?
Yeah. Well,
you've never done one, but you're familiar with it.
Yeah.
Cody, you familiar with it? Like you bid.
Yeah, we did that here at the station for playoff teams.
Okay, yeah. So it's similar concept, and all of a sudden I get to like pick 14, and I ain't got no players. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna change strategy a little bit. We're going to, look and we'll get a bunch of mid-tier players. That'll be good. We'll be deep. We'll be a deep team. And I don't know how it went. The thing is, when I got finished the draft, I didn't mind my team. Just for the record, I like my team, but ESPN doesn't. So the first player I got, $39 of my $200, Drake London.
Seems solid value. What does like Jamar Chase go for? I guess I need a little measuring stick on like
$100.
Okay, so Sam doesn't like him. All right, good. Jamar Chase went for $63.
Okay, I think that's good value. Yeah.
I think Drake London could be a wide receiver 1 this year. I mean, Michael Penix was throwing in the ball nonstop at the end of last year. Mm-hmm. So, then, shortly after, I got Puka. Now, Puka went for $53, so he went for wide receiver 1 money. But those are my 2 guys. My running backs, $15 and $14 each. Kenneth Walker and Tony Pollard. Marvin Harrison Jr. is kind of my flex for $22. That's a little bit more than I wanted to pay, but Sam Laporta for $13 for my tight end. I feel like I did okay. Problem was Bo Nix, my quarterback, which I kind of
Bo Nix.
I like Bo Nix, and
I like this team.
I think Bo Nix is going to be out there running around, making plays.
It doesn't feel like a last place team. I don't
know
if
that's what I thought.
Win you a league, but
Mecca, you
got Egbuka.
Egbuka, thank you.
I think it's the running backs they don't like.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. But the running backs that I didn't want to pay for $40 for Chase Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Who are your backups?
Well, if Tony Pollard's RB2.
Tony Pollard's borderline RB1, though, while Spears is out. I think Tony Pollard, if he can stay healthy, I think that's going to be a pretty good pick. I do think Tony Pollard. I know the Titans' offense sucked last year. I know people don't like Tony Pollard because of that, but I think the offensive line's much improved, and I think Cam Ward throwing the ball around, we're going to be scoring more points. But yeah, I mean, RB2, sure, that's pretty weak RB2 according to the metrics, but I'm okay with it. Backups, Sam ain't great. DJ Moore, Egbuka, Ja'Cory Krosky, Merritt, Evan Ingram, Caleb Johnson, Travis Etienne, Drake May. I mean, I feel like my backups weren't terrible, but whatever. They picked me to finish last, all right? Last place.
Who's the team? I mean, I don't want to get into your fantasy league as the whole segment here, but who's the number 1 team?
I don't want to go through that either. I don't want to go into it. All I know is I was 10th out of 10th. Let me see. I'll tell you who the guy who picked
Jamar Chase, Saquon,
Josh Allen.
Well, my one buddy, he did
Brock
go.
Bowers.
That's the thing with the auction. If you want to do the auction, you could buy 3 stud players. You just won't have a bench, but sometimes that works. Let's see, just real quick. The guy picked to finish first: Malik Neighbors, James Cook, Kyron Williams, T. Higgins, Jaden Daniels, Javonte Adams, Aaron Jones. I don't agree with this at all. I'd rather have my team than his team.
That's a pretty strong call.
I like those first 5 names you said there.
If you're wide receiver too, I don't know. Sure, I guess I just don't love Kyron Williams and T. Higgins like that. Maybe that's part of
Kyron Williams.
Maybe that's part of my problem. Devontae Adams. I'd rather. I don't know. Either way, let's move on. Tennessee was able to add to their roster, or at least their incoming roster, as Hezekiah Harris. He had been linked. We had talked about it last week, how people thought that he was about to flip, not flop, but flip from Texas A&M. It was between Texas A&M, Tennessee, and Auburn. People actually thought he was going to end up at Auburn. I
thought he was committed to Auburn.
You're right. He was committed to Auburn and flipped from Auburn. You're right. I was thinking of Givens from A&M, right? Is that right? Are we getting this confused?
Hezekiah was committed.
He's been committed to Auburn since July 2024.
Thank you, Bubba. It was, I was thinking Givens. He's the Texas A&M guy we're after. You're right. Thank you for the correction. Egg on my face. This is why I finished last.
Ezekiel.
This is why I finished last in my fantasy drafts, because I'm a moron. But yeah, okay, so you get him to flip from Auburn. Take him out of his backyard. Down at Huntsville. Get him to come to the Big Orange. It was there was momentum behind it last week, and then as of yesterday, the updates for basically all came out, and we're like, we haven't heard from him. He's kind of ghosted us. He's kind of gone dark. Both sides. We don't know what he's going to do. So he started getting a little nervous at that point, but he went ahead and made it official and joins the Tennessee 2026 recruiting class. Right now, a recruiting class that is among the elite. It is among the elites. You know, you're not at the top of the recruiting rankings, but it's the best class Tennessee is going to have had in a couple years. The average star ranking up there among the top schools. Right now, you're one spot ahead of Ohio State. I feel really, really good about the class. Cody, how did you feel about the Hezekiah news yesterday?
Well, it helps to strengthen a class that was already incredible. I mean, at this point, it's icing on the cake for me. And I don't know how much higher you could actually climb. Now, you're fifth in the SEC. You're as high as seventh, eighth nationally, depending on if you look at Rivals or 247. I think one of them has a seventh in the country. One of us has us eighth. 2 5-stars, 13 4-stars. You just want to be among that elite group of schools, you know. And when you look at the schools ahead of you, it's Georgia, Alabama, and the Texas schools. It's hard to get ahead of schools like that in recruiting. If you told me we finished every class in fifth place in the SEC, but we had comparable commitments to those schools, I'd take it. And who knows what's about to happen with Alabama. If Kalen DeBoer, if this season goes off the rails for Alabama like some people think it will, then, you know, maybe they don't keep that class together. Maybe they start to bleed from that wound a little bit and lose some recruits. And Texas A&M, nobody fears them. They always have supreme talent. They never do anything with it. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. I'm happy with where we're at. And it's not just the number where you are in the team rankings. It's who you got. We got the best quarterback and the best receiver in the class. So you look at how that fits us system-wise, pretty nice. Pretty nice to have.
And the number 4 tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the 7 of the guys are in the top 100 here. You know, from Tyreek King, Faison, you got Celestia Moa, Joel Wyatt,
7.
Bruce, TJ White, and now, you know, you add Hezekiah Harris to the mix.
7 guys in the top 100, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you look at the positions you get to, and it's a lot of pass rushers and a lot of offensive playmakers, which
pass rushers and pass catchers.
Yep, and that's how you win. That's how you win on with this system. So I think it's pretty nice.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Sam, but on 247, like they have the top number and then the number right under it. And one's composite and one is just 247 only. Is that how that works?
I believe so.
Bubba, is that how that works? Cody, is that how that works? You have the top number, which I believe is the composite score, and the second one, which is 247. Yeah. 247 alone has Tennessee ranked at number 3. Like if you take out the other people, because they like Gabriel Osenda a lot more. They have him as a 5-star top 20 player.
Yep.
They have Faison Brandon at number 1 overall. They have Tristan Keys at number 4 overall. So they're saying you have 3 top 20 players.
And I don't think they rank Tyreek King all that high either. And I think a lot of other recruiting sites have him.
Oh yeah, they have Tyreek King as a 3-star right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah, if they bumped him up, yeah, that your ranking would look even better there, which, you know, it's give and take. Every site's going to be a little bit different. I like what I see of King. Like, I think he's better than a 3-star. I won't pretend like I've really been chopping up Gabriel Osenda's film to know whether or not he's a 4-star or a 5-star or whatever. But point being, some places have you as high as even number 3 in this recruiting class.
It's a good place to be. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, I'm looking right now at 247, and yeah, wow.
I mean, you have to give some props for being at number 3, and then, you know, you also have to wonder, like, could you be number 1 or number 2 if you had stayed with Nike? You know, could Nike, could that check have gotten you to number 1 or number 2 in the country? Like, yeah, number 3 is cool. Yeah, top 10, you know, on all the sites is cool, but you got to wonder, could you have done better if you had stayed with Nike? Because leaving Nike really hurt Tennessee's recruiting. Oh, wait, no, it didn't. And everyone who told you that should have egg all over their face and be shamed.
Oh, wait, this is the best class that we've signed arguably in 20-something years. If you go by the number 3 ranking, say I didn't realize 247 had bumped us up to 3. I mean, if you go by that, that's better than that. I mean, Butch signed a top 5 class, right? But it was like 5th.
It was 5th, but also, like, if you looked at the average star ranking, it wasn't even close to that. It was just like, hey, we took 32 guys while everyone else took like 25.
Well, that's kind of how USC is at number 1. They've
Yeah.
got 32 commitments.
Now, Tennessee, if you do the average star ranking, they do go down a little bit. They're on 247. They actually fall at number 11 if you just go by average star ranking. But again, keep in mind they have Tyreek Key, not even listed on there.
Tyreek King.
Tyreek King. What did I say? Key?
Tyreek Key.
We
don't want him around.
We don't want him around.
It's going to be
I thought
hard
I said
to,
King, but it probably sounded like
you're
Key.
probably thinking Tristan Keys, and we're going to confuse them a lot because they're both going to be catching so many touchdowns.
I'll own up on the Texas A&M Auburn mistake. I feel like in my head I said King, but it probably sounded like Key.
We just can't have many mistakes for Tyreek Key around here.
I hear you. And King, I mean, the local kid, I don't want to disrespect him.
Sure.
I'm trying to gas him up. Like, I think he's much better than that ranking. Like, I think he's a stud. Like, I think Tennessee has the best receiving class in the country. I mean, just when you look at the guys they've been able to add. But again, you got to wonder, could it be even better had they not switched from Nike? And what would the swoosh have done for them?
Yeah, maybe you'd be number 1. Classes like this are how you win national championships, but you got to pile them on top of each other. You got to keep the momentum going and continue to sign these top 5 type of classes, top 5, top 7.
I appreciate the recruiting rankings. I do. I appreciate the work that goes into it and whatever. But I got to say, I'm pretty sure Ty Redmond was Tennessee's lowest ranked recruit on 3 last year. I want to say he was the lowest guy in your class. And I got to say, so far from him being on campus and him playing in the one game, that guy seems like a stud. That seems like a whiff by the experts and a real win for Tennessee's, scouting and development. Feels like a real win because that guy seems like a player.
If there's one thing that's concerning, like if I'm just going to, nitpick this top 3 recruiting class, Georgia does have double the 4 stars that we do. We got a couple of higher end players, but I would just I think about those games against Georgia and how they always go and how we get worn out in the second half and all that depth.
Yeah.
I just want that.
I hear you.
I see what you've done for others, Lord, and I want that for the Vols. I want depth like Georgia.
I mean, I think you're building that. You're already seeing it so far with this year's class with a lot of the young freshmen flashing on the field. You're hoping that 26 you continue that momentum and going forward type of thing.
Well, when you say depth, Cody, it sounds like you want the depth of the recruiting class. But to me, give me 12 players from each class who can play at a high level and you'll be okay. I know you get more swings at the piñata, more bites at the apple if you bring in 24 stars or whatever. But, if you hit big on 10 of them, and Tennessee, I think, does have more blue chips now than in years past, right? In this class, in this class that just came in, I do think you have 7, 8, 10 blue chips there that should be able to play. I think if you do that and then, supplement things through the transfer portal like Tennessee's been really good at doing, I think that you maybe don't close the gap on Georgia, but you're really, locking yourself into that 9-10 win. I don't want to say floor, but a 9-10 win, realistic expectation.
Right.
And you hope that the 22 4 and 5 stars that come to Georgia, 7, 8 of them hit the portal. Depth ain't the same thing as it used to be. Or maybe you just say, hey, we're not ever going to catch Georgia as long as they're in Atlanta or right outside of Atlanta.
Yeah, but
winning.
And you might have to beat those guys with a system. You got to still have talent, but you also want, Tennessee should have an advantage system-wise if we get the right guys that fit. The quarterbacks, the receivers, the big-time playmakers.
Hour 1 of the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. We'll talk ball with Brooks Austin.
It's a Georgia guy of sorts. We'll see what he thinks about closing the gap and what Georgia's done over the last couple of years to really bottle up Tennessee's offense, because I think Cody is ultimately right. You're going to have to out-scheme them. You're going to have some special players make some special plays, but you're also just going to have to figure out a way to out-scheme them because they got special players too, a lot of them. You're going to have to hope the Neyland effect takes over. Hour 2 coming at you. Stay locked in right here on FANRUN Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. FANRUN Radio.
Hello, is Tina there?
Who's this?
Yeah, this is Vince from the hit reality show Wives Don't Tell. Tina applied for our show to confess that her husband won't go to the doctor to get his erectile dysfunction checked. She said she's ready for a guy that can bring the heat.
All right, what the hell is going on? You know you're talking to her husband right now? Tina!
Well, she wrote the application that her man's performance is questionable. She's basically married to a coffee table. She also said, we live within driving distance to Men's Pro Knoxville, but he's too scared to get a blood test.
Oh my, she is done. She is so done.
Gotcha, Mike. It's Nephew Tommy. Ain't no reality show. It's a prank. Men's Pro Knoxville is the real deal, fellas. Local experts, test results in minutes. Call 865-544-8220 or hit menspronknoxville.com before your lady books a new co-star. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Beard and Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
It's football time at Tennessee, so crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Built for bonfires, backyards, and beating Bama. Garage Beer is proud to be brewed right here in the Volunteer State. So pick up a 12-pack today and look for the drive celebrating Football Fridays at select Garage Beer headquarters around town this fall. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed Garage Beer. 100% beer-flavored beer.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, FANRUN Radio.
Whether you are buying or selling a home or even looking for some land to build on and start a family, be sure to give Reed Emerson with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Heritage Group a shout. He is a longtime listener and supporter of FANRUN and has been serving the Mid-State for many years. Reed prides himself on his hassle-free and honest approach, and that's because he's not just chasing another commission. He wants what is best for his clients. Give Reed Emerson a call or text him today to get the process started. His number is 931-492-0418, or you can find him online at bhgheritagegroup.com.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
I think if you have 2 #1 movies in 1 year, that's a pretty big deal.
You're listening to Talk Sports.
Well, I'm rooting for the guy. I mean, we need a good Glenn in Hollywood. The name Glenn is not as prominent as it was some years ago.
Well, I also think we need a new leading man. I think we need a new good young actor to kind of take that role, because it kind of took Gosling a while to he had to do Drive first before he got to be like, hey, now I'm kind of the rough and tough guy.
Hard to do rough and tough when you star in Barbie, too.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Well, that was what the whole movie was about.
you putting people in unfair boxes. So I guess you missed the point of the movie.
Sometimes people need to be in a box.
No, they don't. Not unless they die. When I die, don't put me in a box. Just bury me loose.
We all end up in a box, don't we?
On 1340 WKGN.
I want to be thrown off the Empire State Building, and whoever my body hits wins the Publishers Clearinghouse.
I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend.
Hour number 2 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. This batch of headlines brought to you by SM Athletics. If you have any screen prints or embroidery needs for your sports team, for your business, your club, your organization, give us a call at SM Athletics, 865-966-3434. You can look us up online at smathletics.com. You can deal with me, Vols Tim 85, or any of our other beautiful, kind salespeople. Don't trust the mega store. Don't be just an online order. Hire the people that you could talk to, that you could stop by and see. Let's hit some hour 2 headlines. What you got, Big Mac?
Thank you, John. Kirk Herbstreit was caught on a hot mic last night during the North Carolina TCU game. I actually saw this live as they were coming back from commercial break. People thought Herbstreit said they're bad as they were coming back into the broadcast, and he was talking about UNC. He said that is not what he said. He didn't say they're bad. He said, quote, "You're bad," to his spotter, Duran, for something funny he said during the break.
What'd he say?
I don't know if he clarified that.
Yeah, somebody asked a follow-up. What did he say that was so funny, that he's so bad about? What'd he say? Huh?
I would like to know that. But I did notice it when it happened. I heard him say that, and I was like, oh, he doesn't know he's back on.
Do you think Herbstreit will get the same type of send-off Corso got? Or like something close, like in 20, 30 years? Because, no. I mean, Herbstreit's been a part of our life for as long as Corso has. I mean, at least
I don't think he's universally loved, though.
No, he's not. And that's kind of the point, was like, I feel like, everyone's like, oh, man, this is our childhood disappearing with Corso. Maybe there was an iteration of Corso on that show without Herbstreit, but I don't remember it. Like, ever since I started watching, like, 97 or 98, like, Herbstreit was there with him the whole time.
Oh, they've been together the whole time.
But, like, I don't think Herbstreit even has a positive, like, Q score. Like, I feel like most people dislike Herbstreit.
I like Herbie.
You like Herbie? Bubba, you like Herbie?
The same guy that had his dog on broadcast last night? That guy? No.
Now, I'm about sick of the dog, but, I mean...
It's not even the same dog that everyone likes.
Yeah, all of them. I'm about tired of the dogs.
Now, Sam was a huge dog fan last year.
Sue me. I like dogs.
Everybody likes
dogs too.
That's the point. Everybody likes dogs. I don't need to see you parading your dog around TV.
I thought it was pretty cute when the dog got a headset on
how about
last night. You could hear him in the mic just...
They did that? They put the headset on the dog?
Yeah.
How about just every broadcaster does it then? How about on the next? How about Joe Buck and Troy Aikman bring their dogs to the set? How about every game? I can't wait
for Belichick brought his dog, to the stadium last night.
Her name's Jordan.
I mean, Brad Nessler and Gary Danielson. Let's see what kind of dogs they got. I mean, let's bring them all out. If Herbie's going to bring Herbie, we're going to let Herbie bring his dog. Let's get everybody's dog out there.
They're well groomed dogs. I feel like he could enter them into like a competition. They'd win something. Cute dog.
Everything's
stand on it.
I'd like to get other ESPN personalities on a hot mic talking about Herbstreit and his damn dog.
It's all fun and games until it's your team getting their ass beat, and they go and they pan to the dog. Oh, what a good boy! What a good boy! And you're sitting there as your team's down 38-7.
Don't lose to TCU by 30 plus.
It was one thing when he said he was bringing the dog around because it had cancer, but that dog's dead. This is a new dog, and he's bringing this dog around too. He tried to tell us that the dog was just getting on the plane because it had cancer, so we let him do it.
I'm sure all that travel was great for that cancer dog.
That dog lived a good life.
What if Kirk Herbstreit just really needs that dog? He gets real lonely in those hotel rooms. He travels a lot, man. Maybe he just needs a little companion.
A hooker.
As a family man, it's probably better he has the dog versus doing that. So
yeah.
Everybody gets lonely. I don't bring my dog in here to the office. I don't have a dog, but
Maybe that's why you're lonely.
You got 10 of them.
Speaking of dogs, this is the perfect transition. Khalil Shakir saved 19 dogs from euthanasia.
That's my fantasy wide receiver.
How? He just did he adopt them?
I guess he adopted them all. I guess he got them. Yeah. They were set to be euthanized. Now,
Great
that
move.
is a sad thing.
Great
Euthanasia.
move with the women. That's going to be a great move for him.
I doubt he needs any help.
His popularity is going through. You always need help, brother. You always need
Khalil
a little bit of
Shakir,
help.
NFL receiver, good looking, light skinned black guy.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't think he needs help.
You can
6'5", and
you can always go from a
perfect health and condition.
But now he's a dog guy. Now he's shown that soft side, that soft, compassionate side. I guarantee you there's women he hasn't talked to that see this headline that send it to him. I guarantee you it helps him out. Not saying he was a loser beforehand. I don't seem like I have the same amount of crush that you have on him, but
I don't have a crush.
You listed off his credentials pretty
Well, I've
quickly.
just watched
Dreamboat over here.
Well, I'm just looking at the video.
He's a
of him with
light-skinned
these
black guy.
dogs.
You know that's my favorite kind, John.
I'm just saying. I think those guys probably do well with the women. He's number one. He's an NFL receiver. I think he's probably doing all right.
Are you saying he should have left this task to some random guy off the street to be able to kind of get that?
No, I'm not
pat
saying
on the
that.
back?
No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I doubt he needed much help with the women, but maybe he did. Maybe you're right. Well, maybe he didn't have too much personality or something.
19 dogs is crazy.
That is. Lenoris Sellers, did you see where he became the first South Carolina quarterback since Ronnie Sunshine Bass to win a game in Atlanta? 48-year losing streak broken.
Wait, the guy from Remember the Titans?
Yeah, Sunshine. Ronnie Bass.
He went to South Carolina?
Yeah, apparently.
I hate that movie even more now.
Mike,
I don't hate Remember the Titans, everybody.
Mike
Greenberg,
and Paul Feinbaum discussing Alabama yesterday. Greeny said, if someone calls up your show today and says Nick Saban needs to unretire and return to Alabama and coach this team, would that be fact or fiction? Feinbaum said that would be fact. Bring him back. Get him off the game day set. Bring him back today. Don't waste another moment.
Now, is this guy really gay? I guess they try to make
Lenoris Sellers?
No, they try to make Sunshine. I guess they never say he's gay, but they try to imply that he is a couple times.
How do they do that?
They make him kiss that guy. He kisses his teammate on the mouth.
Is that gay?
Yeah, that's just not with the boys.
Well, he was
Fellas.
just, I mean, they portray it in the movie. He's just playing mind games with the guy with Bertier, I believe. So maybe they didn't go out and completely insinuate his sexuality, but I wonder what the real life Ronnie Bass thought. I didn't kiss that guy. No, I didn't kiss him. No, come on, guys.
It definitely was a moment in the movie,
Yeah,
where you kind of question: Is Sunshine? Is he gay?
That's just those California boys. But if I'm him, I'm like, no, come on, that's not me. That's not me.
Well, the East Tennessee State Buccaneers. I don't guess you have any thoughts on what Feinbaum said. I mean, who cares?
I really don't care what Feinbaum
I don't
says.
either.
Once he said Arch Manning was the best quarterback, blah, 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 since Tebow, he's lost all credibility.
Well, he basically just went ahead and told the world he's out on DeBoer. Go back and get Nick Saban is what he said to Greeny.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, well, I am actually interested in that because I've been telling you that storyline is going to really take off, and I think that storyline is going to really take off.
Bring him back. Get him off the game day set. Bring him back today. Don't waste a moment. That's what Paul said. You kidding me, Paul? Well, ETSU football put out a little graphic yesterday, a little bulletin board material, if you will, for the game against Tennessee on Saturday. It has a buccaneer. Are you familiar with what a buccaneer is? It's kind of like a pirate kind of thing.
Then yeah, I'm familiar.
Out on the open seas, and there's a little Vol Navy guy on a rowboat, and the buccaneer's wielding a sword at him.
It's pretty good art. I gotta say, it's pretty good art.
I like it.
Yeah, no, I like it. If I was an ETSU fan, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. I mean,
does it look AI generated?
Yeah, I don't think it's real.
That's fair. That's a fair rebuttal. But yeah, I mean, it's probably AI generated, Bubba. It probably is.
If you're a team like ETSU, you got to win the graphic battle because you can't win it on the field. You got to win the social media game.
I would maybe want to be show a pirate being friendly to the Vols, like a pirate and Smokey riding around, or maybe, just give Smokey a treat or something.
I would do a pirate trying to get on board of a Vol Navy ship, trying to overtake them.
Oh, okay.
Captain Phillips type of vibe.
Would that be better or worse than looking like you're trying to run them over with a boat and stab them? Because that's kind of what they looked like in the graphic they put out. But I feel like a hostile takeover of their ship might be even.
I feel like that would portray like a road battle. You're going on the road. You got to go overtake someone's ship.
Did you guys see that story about the homeless man beheading the Iowa State golfer and putting her head on a stick on the 11th hole fairway in Ames?
Not familiar.
No.
What?
That's an old story. I guess Iowa and Iowa State, are they playing this week?
Yeah.
I guess there's some, so the rivalry's kind of heating up. It's
sure.
Quite a, so this Hawkeye fan put out this thing, it has been 2,573 days since an Iowa State alum murdered and beheaded an ISU golfer and put her head on a stick on the 11th hole fairway in Ames. And then people linked to the story, and it looks like it actually happened. I wasn't familiar with this story when it happened, but, a few years ago, it was quite the situation.
Do we have the guy in jail?
Yeah, I think I think they got him.
Nice.
Yeah. But that's where we're going with the Iowa State rivalry. Things are heating up there for the big battle this weekend. Pretty dark. Mike Gundy calling out the Oregon budget. Dan Lanning says we spend to win. Gundy said, I think Oregon spent close to $40 million last year alone. So that was just 1 year. Now I might be off a few million, he said.
I thought the big number that they threw out for Ohio State was $20 million. Now they're saying Oregon spent $40 million?
Well, they said Ohio State was $20 million roster last year, and then they said over the offseason Texas has doubled that Texas has spent $40 million.
Now all of a sudden Oregon spent $40 million last year too?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. But on his radio show Monday, Gundy said Oklahoma State spent around $7 million on its team over the past 3 years. And then he said, I think Oregon spent close to 40 last year alone. So that was just 1 year. Might be off a few million. Oregon is paying a lot of money for their team. From a non-conference standpoint, there's coaches saying they should play teams with similar budgets. Okay, so Gundy's saying that he's at a disadvantage, basically. Oklahoma State can't afford to keep up is essentially what he's saying. And then Monday night, Lanning responded, if you want to be a top 10 team in college football, you better be invested in winning. We spend to win. Some people have to have an excuse for why they don't. I can't speak on their situation. I have no idea what they got in their pockets over there. Lanning added that he has a lot of respect for Gundy.
That would actually be a very fun way to do non-conference games. You have to play. Everyone is public with how much money they spend on their roster, and
just
you
match
play,
it up.
Yeah, $20 million teams on $20 million teams, $1 million teams on $1 million teams.
It's like making weight for a fight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea, but I kind of like whenever one school cares more about it and spends a bunch of money and then just gets to make fun of the other school for not caring about it.
We can put that on the non-conference schedule too.
Right, but it's more
versus.
It's more shameful when Mike Gundy's the one doing it. He's coming out like, I miss T. Boone Pickens. I should have been nicer to him when he was alive. We could have maybe had a roster if he was still alive, but we're broke. We're poor. We can't afford to compete with Oregon.
I mean, it'd be a pretty helpless feeling as a coach, right? To do all your game prep and have your guys at their best and ready to go, and you're scheming them up and you're doing everything you can, and then this guy's just twice as fast as my guy.
Well, it's interesting because it's new.
There he goes, off to the end zone again.
It's new in the sense of we knew that there were haves and have-nots in college football throughout the time, but coaches couldn't openly talk about, he gives them all Chargers. Go check their paper sacks they give out. They're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for this roster already. They bought that player. Couldn't really do that because there was a code. But now with NIL, you have coaches that could just come out and be like, hey, we're broke and they got more money than us. What do you want us to do?
I love my guys, my defensive linemen. They fight hard. They work hard. They put in the time and effort, and they're in great shape, and they're ready to play. And blown 6 yards off the ball again. That offensive lineman has my guy on his back again. He's going to be in the NFL. It's got to be a helpless feeling. Dion felt the same way.
We like our guys.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not talking about Tennessee. Our guys we're top level. Or,
I'd be really ashamed if Josh Heupel ever came out and was complaining about how much more money somebody else was spending than him, though. I was glad he didn't make that a talking point of Ohio State kicking our ass. Let's catch a break. We'll come back. We'll talk with Brooks Austin, the film guy. He did a nice breakdown on Tennessee, Syracuse. We'll talk some new wrinkles. We'll talk some Joey Aguilar. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on FanRun Radio.
Streaming worldwide at FanRunRadio.com and on the free FanRun app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. FanRun Radio, Knoxville.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Look out, East Tennessee. It's The Chase, right here on FanRun Radio and Fox Sports Knoxville. Join me, Tennessee sports renaissance man Chase Thomas, and the biggest rising stars in Tennessee sports media like Ryan Shumpert, Ethan Stone, Brian Sylvia, Caleb Jarreau, William Pattison, and so many more folks every weekday from 1 to 3 p.m. on WKGN's newest show, where we talk all things Tennessee Vols and always take your calls.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit BlackfordVetSurgery.com.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw Premium Vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Trying to get Brooks on the phone. Talk some Tennessee, talk some film study. We didn't really get into the injury news yesterday, but Tennessee going to be without their second starting cornerback for, quote, an extended period of time.
Yeah, this is troubling news on Ricky Gibson. I don't like that when you consider your lack of starters at cornerback for the Georgia game. But I liked what I saw out of the guys we had out there, Colton Hood and Redmond. But that was Syracuse. Georgia's got some big-time, big-play receivers. So hope he gets healthy.
When Josh Heupel says an extended period of time, it makes me think almost worst-case scenario because he is so, close to the vest when it comes to his updates and really letting out any information.
Well, you got to I would agree with you. So you got to really hope Jermod McCoy maybe will be ready. But I'd say that's probably the only hope you got there.
Which Chris Lowe, came out and, pretty much said Tennessee was going to be without both corners against Georgia. I was told that that's not exactly the case just yet. Not that McCoy is going to play. I'm not trying to report that. I'm not trying to say that, but I was told that it's not some foregone conclusion that he's going to be out.
Well, I think you're going to need him out there. I mean, that's obviously not some big brain take or anything, but I don't want to go into Georgia with only Colton Hood and Ty Redmond. And as good as those guys looked at corner, and there's been some talk about shifting some guys around and what you could do with McMurray and Boot Carter and whatnot, but you need Jermod McCoy on the field against the best team on your schedule. It goes without saying. They worked over the offseason to improve their receivers. They got the kid from USC who's pretty damn good.
You got Jalen McMurray too.
No, I mean Tennessee's got some guys in the secondary, but yeah, I think they played over their head against Syracuse. I don't know if I'll trust them to play over their head against Georgia. Now maybe they can. Maybe those guys are just studs. Maybe you found an absolute diamond in the rough with Ty Redmond. Maybe McMurray's ready for this moment. Maybe Colton Hood really is cornerback one. And I will say this about Colton Hood. I got another breakdown coming with there's a guy in Colorado that is Colton Hood's biggest fan. Have you seen him, Sam?
I think I have.
It's like Coach Buff or Coach. I don't know what.
Was he we let a first round talent go type of thing?
Well, I'm talking with him on YouTube today at 3:00 about some Colton Hood because right now he's the guy I'm most intrigued by on this roster, and that's his biggest fan.
Tell you another thing that could help if Jermod and Ricky Gibson are both out is if you just maybe have a pass rush that's so damn good that the quarterback can't get the ball out of there.
Home crowd usually is supposed to help with that, right? You make the entire offensive line, you make them a half step slow, and hopefully your guys are a little bit more juiced up, and that leads to more pressure. And against Georgia, I do think you're going to have to go back a little bit to the fears that you had with Stetson Bennett, where you got to get to the quarterback, then you got to get to the quarterback and you got to get him on the ground.
Got to tackle him.
You got to get to him, then you got to get him on the ground.
I hope we're emphasizing that in practice. Good form tackling. Fundamental of the game.
Because he does show a little escapability. Carson Beck didn't have that really. If you got to Carson, you were most likely. Go ahead.
Did against us.
Beck did. Did he have big scrambles against us? He had the one run, right?
Back-breaking touchdown.
Yeah, he had the one run.
In the floodgates for him.
Yeah.
Well, the difference maker for him is that he could see the whole field at one time. He didn't have to move his eyes to see both sidelines. So that entire 50 yards across the field, he had a special eyesight, you know.
Jackson Moy, we didn't get like a huge negative update with him. He's going to be out for ETSU, but they didn't say an extended period of time. They didn't say, season over by any means. So, made me at least a little optimistic that he would be returning maybe in a couple weeks. I don't know about Georgia or whatever, but like at least getting him back on the field at some point would be nice because Tennessee's depth is being tested across the front. Tennessee's depth really in the entire defense being tested.
As much as I hate these games against the ETSUs of the world, it comes at a good time. I hate that it's just game 2 of the season, but you do got to get some guys healthy. You do want a game like that where you're going to go out and win. It's one of those where you can roll the ball out and win. So you get some younger guys in there. You kind of get some reps established and then let some guys get healthy.
Did we even see what Ricky Gibson went out on? Like what play he went out on?
Yeah, well, I can't say for certain, Sam, that it was the last play he played, but it was, I want to say the 4th down where, I think it was the one Boo passed off in the zone. I want to say Ricky was involved with the tackle. Okay. And he came up like his shoulder was lame. Again, not a doctor. I don't know what they're saying, but to me it looked like a separated shoulder, like a stinger at the very least. Like to me, a stinger doesn't get you out multiple games. So feels like a separated shoulder. He was dragging it. I want to say it was on the 4th down towards the end of the first quarter that he kind of went lame on.
I think that's an outdated term.
Went lame on?
Yeah. I don't think we're supposed to say that anymore.
Okay. Well, I didn't mean any ill will. So please forgive me if you're offended by me saying he went lame. Sorry.
Those who are differently abled would have an issue with that.
Apologies to those that are differently abled that are listening that are upset, or if you have someone in your life that is differently abled and that upset you. That wasn't my intention. He came up injured without probably had feeling in his shoulder, but just couldn't really move it. It was out of place. I got a friend who's
noodle arm.
I feel like that's meaner somehow. I feel like is noodle arm not meaner?
No, that's the scientifically that's the scientific term.
I don't think that's the medical
Which
term.
doctor is saying noodle arm?
Oh, sir, I'm sorry. You got a case of the noodle arm. I don't think that's what they say, but maybe. Maybe. I'm not an expert when it comes to that.
He's going to be out for a while. He's got noodle arm.
He's got the old noodle arm. Doesn't make him lame, though.
But yes, Sam, I want to say it was that play.
Okay.
Which
it's got to be a shoulder, I feel like.
Which that one play, this is why I was excited to talk to Brooks, but I don't know if he's ghosting us because he realized we're Tennessee fans. Somebody
give us a fake number.
Apparently, a couple of years ago, I said something mean to him online. Maybe he's been holding a grudge ever since. That's what somebody's pointed out to me.
Oh no,
I know. So maybe he's been like waiting to get his revenge, which I'd have to tip my cap.
It'd be a good one
if he agreed to do the show and then just stood us up.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good
with a fake number like that. That would be. Yeah, that's a championship.
What is it about our background on YouTube that makes him think that we're Tennessee fans, I wonder?
Well, I think he knows we're Tennessee fans because, I talked about his film breakdown of Tennessee. It's like, I think he knows that.
Yeah.
I think it's just at some point maybe I said something mean to him.
Really?
Who knows?
See, all these years of you being an internet troll, look what it's cost us.
I'm typically not that big of a troll, to be honest.
Interview with Brooks Austin.
Were you told like what you said bad to him?
I don't want to say it.
Okay, so it's not great.
I don't want to say it on air. I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
And I don't even know if it's true, but I asked for clarification because I don't feel like I said it, but there's a chance I did.
You think he's just listening right now and laughing? maniacally.
It'd be pretty funny if he did. Like, ha ha, yeah. But I don't think I did. I hope he's not listening and being like, oh, wait, what did the guy say about me?
I mean, maybe he's got something better to do if we considered that.
Well, that is possible.
Like
that is possible.
He's probably making his breakfast or something.
No, he told me he was going to be like in the studio working.
Oh, okay. Well, just breaking down film.
And they're breaking down film.
Is that just kind of what his day is like, I guess?
I think it is. Is the film guy.
If only we could ask him about it. Brooks was here.
Brooks was not. Yeah, Brooks was not here.
Shawshank Redemption reference for those
Sam's
of
never
you
seen it.
Who don't.
He's not a movie guy. Bubba's never seen it either.
Brooks was not here. Hey, that'd be a good thing for us to send out if he does stand us up. Is a still shot of that, and then add not, and then it's like well. If he doesn't join the show, maybe I'll hang myself too.
I don't think we got anything strong enough to hold you up.
There's a lot. There are steel beams in the warehouse that are pretty sturdy.
How are you going to get up there?
Glenn's got a ladder.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could,
how are you going to get up there?
I can climb a ladder.
The steel beams are like 40 feet in the air.
Well, you got to throw the rope over, and then you got to pull it down and kind of wiggle it down. And then you just fashion
the
your
rope's
noose.
not long enough either. You're not getting in.
I don't know how to tie knots that well. That'd be the biggest issue for me trying to do that.
I think Brooks is here.
Well, we'll find out soon.
The Eagles landed.
All right, let's bring in Brooks Austin, the Film Guy Network on YouTube. Brooks, appreciate you making time for us this morning. How are you, brother?
I'm doing well, boys. How are y'all this morning?
Doing good. Great breakdown on Tennessee, Syracuse. If you haven't watched it and you're a Tennessee fan, go subscribe on YouTube and watch it. I got a question for you, Brooks. We'll start big picture. What was your biggest takeaway when watching this new Tennessee offense quarterbacked by Joey Aguilar?
Joey played really, really well, but I was far more impressed by the fact that 10 years in, 11, 12 years in, however long it's been into the Josh Heupel, I'm calling plays in college like tenure. We're still innovating. Like, we're still finding new ways to add on to our system. I thought they basically spent the last, it must have been 6 or 7 months of the offseason figuring out how to morph their wide choice system into a lot of what Steve Sarkisian's doing. They ran a lot of stuff out of pistol, a lot of stuff off play action, getting that rub between the back and all that good stuff. And then the screen game stuff that he added into the mix. It's just all things that make Tennessee even more difficult to defend and prepare for. Because Lord knows you spend all week preparing for the spacing and the pacing. Now we got to add new plays and new layerings to start to prepare for. So he showed a lot of additions again, and we're talking about a guy that's well into his play designing and play calling career while still adding to the book. I think that's really impressive.
Did it seem like something sustainable and something legitimate enough to actually be able to go up against Kirby Smart in Georgia? Because, so far Heupel's been, kind of dominated by Kirby, both schematically and, of course, with the talent on the field. But did this wrinkle give you any reason to think Tennessee could maybe fare better in that matchup in a couple weeks?
It didn't really impact. Obviously, the changes in their deep passing has been made by Joey being a better passer downfield than Nico. But what it does, what the extension of the run game, all those screen things that he added, I think it allows them to convert and move the football a little bit better against a program like Georgia, where they have been, relatively anemic in the running game because Georgia has such good bodies in the box, and they're able to stop the run. That's what Kirby Smart's built his program off of. So to answer your question, yes, I think it does give you a little bit more arsenal to be a little bit more efficient offensively when you play those big boys.
What about the trenches? Because, there's some viral clips going around of Tennessee's offensive line, their tight ends. You even pointed out, Braylon Staley getting out and springing a big block to help, Deshaun Bishop get loose. Do you see anything in the trenches that makes you think Tennessee is a little bit different this year?
I'm honestly going to wait and study Tennessee's offensive line until David Sanders gets healthy. I'm far more interested in what the premium blue chip prospect's going to do in that system. I mean, I feel like it's been 3 or 4 years since they've had an elite blue chip prospect at the tackle spot. They've been just kind of figuring it out the last 2 years at the offensive line position.
Being tapped into Georgia's program as well as watching tape on Tennessee, what's kind of a few things that you think each respective team is harping on as a coaching staff, kind of getting ready before that Week 3 matchup in Knoxville?
I think, as a coaching staff from Tennessee standpoint, you don't really know what Georgia's passing game is going to look like until you get to them in your stadium, because they're going to have 2 tomato cans before they actually play you. So I think there's an advantage there in the sense that we've actually seen Tennessee play a real football game. But that Tennessee defense is havoc wreaking, man. Like, for 2 straight years, I feel like Tennessee's defense can create a turnover at any given moment, whether it be through defensive pass rush or somebody tipping a ball and getting an interception. And that's without 2 or 3 of their best defensive backs in the back end. So that's what I would be preparing for. But most importantly, in that football game, whoever has the ability to run the football, both of those programs now are committed to running the ball. Gunnar Stockton at the starting quarterback, Josh Heupel at the offensive coordinator and play calling position out there at Tennessee. They are dedicated to running the ball on both sides of the ball, so they better be able to do it effectively. Whoever does probably will win the ball game.
Talking about the run game, and Tennessee, has tried to make that their identity under Heupel, but you're still going to have to make some plays at quarterback. Joey Aguilar, dude or not a dude, or is it too early to tell?
I think he's a dude. I thought he was a dude at App State. Like, I'm not going to say – I shouldn't use the word hate. I despise people who just box score scout quarterbacks. Like, if you're just going to a stats reference and saying, oh, this guy threw 16 interceptions, he's overprone, he must be inaccurate. No, you didn't watch App State football last year. You were not watching what Joey Aguilar was having to do, which was, hey, buddy, you got to go throw 60 or you got to score 60 today because our defense can't stop a nosebleed. And he'd go out there and he'd try to score 60. Now, he put the ball at risk because he had to. They also didn't have much of a run game out there at App State. I think he is a pocket competitor, man, and a true natural thrower and passer of the football. All of those things were on display in that first football game. People say Tennessee is a pick-and-stick offense, that they don't do full-field reads, that they don't ask the quarterback to do a lot. Well, that may be true, but they still have back sides of the progression. If the front side of the play doesn't work, which oftentimes it don't, you better be able to get to the back side. And they never were able to do that last year as an offense because their quarterback couldn't do it last year as an offense. Joey steps in week 1, game 1, having just showed up 6 weeks ago in the middle of the summer, and looks like he's been running the offense for 20 years. I think the guy's going to be good.
Talking with Brooks Austin, the Film Guy Network over on YouTube. All right, well, we talked about the offensive line a little bit. We talked about the running back, the scheme, the quarterback. I guess I got to ask, do you think the wide receivers are good enough? Because, we had a couple of highlights of Chris Brazzell dropping a screen pass that maybe would have went for 6. You were talking about Mike Matthews needing to catch the ball, which I agree. You need to catch the ball, Mike, because when you have the ball, you look really good. When you have it, you just got to get it first. Do you think Tennessee's wide receivers are good enough? Are you concerned about their performance against Syracuse?
I think they're good enough because they're going to get plenty of one-on-ones because you're going to be able to run the ball. So that's what the offense is predicated off of, right? Making defenses pick or choose. Are we going to dedicate ourselves to stopping the run today and allow wide receivers opportunities, or are we going to allow them to run it down our throats today and take away these wide receivers? It is a choice on the defense as well. You're right, though. Mike's going to have to start catching the football. And as someone who has watched and scouted Mike Matthews since he's probably 15 years old, like, this isn't a new thing, guys. This is a football player who has fought the football relatively well throughout his career, to the point where when he was a sophomore, I thought he was going to be a 5-star safety projection. I thought that's what he was going to play when he got to college football. But I understand the reason to want to play him on offense because he is so electric when the ball is in his hands. I just think we got to live with some of those things. We're going to have to live with a couple of drops. You just hope they don't come in massive moments.
Do you think the timing between Aguilar and Matthews is maybe the biggest issue between them right now? I mean, because it seems like he had it down with some of the other receivers, with Staley, and it seemed like a lot of the issues in the passing game were between Aguilar and Matthews. Does that just come with more reps, or how do you fix that?
It 100% could, particularly on like the hitches and things like that. those types of drops and ball placements were a little bit difficult, right? I think Mike got missed outside a couple of times by Joey. And you're right. That's a rapport thing in that system, particularly in that system, because your depth of that route and when you break that route off is all dependent upon the leverage and the actual coverage that you're getting in front of you. Again, choices. You have choices as wide receivers out there in that system to run what you need to run based off what they are playing. And you and the quarterback have to see that the same exact way, right? Like, oh, I know he's going to break it off now because I see the leverage that he's seeing. But if he thinks the leverage is a little bit different, we oftentimes can be on different pages. So 100% a little bit of a rapport thing. But, I mean, balls that get dropped, like, vertically, I don't think that has a lot to do with rapport. Balls that get dropped in the screen game that hit us in our hands, that doesn't have a lot to do with rapport. That's, hey, we need to focus, watch it in, catch the football.
Big picture thing on the way out. Alabama, they in trouble?
I just got done breaking down that defensive film. That's tough, man. That is a lot of bad football. Like, for example, everybody and their mama knows that Thomas Castellanos is a running quarterback. Everybody knows that he can scramble. So when I turn on tape and I see that not a single defensive lineman has been told anything about, hey, don't rush past the spot, don't rush past him, don't get on different levels because he's going to sneak through the pocket and then he's running amok on our defense, that alone, that one factor alone tells me you're not coached very well, in my opinion, that you don't push the pocket against that guy. Something everybody and their mama, middle school coaches know that we can't allow mobile quarterbacks to escape vertically through pockets. And the only way we avoid that is to make sure our defensive line knows they can't rush with freedom. They have to rush with discipline today. That one thing alone, before we get into all the efforts, before we get into the bad eye discipline, before we get into the run fits, they didn't even prepare their defensive line for a mobile quarterback, guys. That right there screams, oh, my God, red alarms, fire the alarms, all of them. It's all bad news when I turned that tape on. I expected to see some answers. I saw even more questions when I watched it.
That 2026 recruiting class is very strong for Tennessee. What positions do you feel like they're closing the gap on with the big boys of the world, your Georgias and Texas and Ohio States, and where do you kind of feel like they need to pick up the pace?
All right, look, here's the deal. I am a believer in Josh Heupel's offense. I am one of those guys that says I don't give a dang if Jalen Hyatt's not good on Sundays. He wins games on Saturdays. Like, that's all I really care about. That being said, if Tristan Keys ain't a dude, y'all ain't nobody going to be a dude out of that place. You know what I mean? Like, if Tristan Keys doesn't go to Neyland and ball out for 3 years and be a first-round draft pick, then maybe there is something to be said about this system, quote-unquote system. But other than that, I mean, look what you guys are doing at wide receiver and particularly in the state of Tennessee. Like, Tennessee does not produce the level of blue-chip talent that a state like Alabama or definitely a state like Georgia or California or Florida does. So when you've got 4 and 5 stars in your state, you better land them jokers, and that's exactly what they're doing in 2026.
Yeah, between Heupel's system getting raked over the coals and, leaving Nike to go to Adidas, I don't know how Tennessee's keeping this going. Both of those things were supposed to kill recruiting, yet Heupel's getting people to buy in.
Tennessee getting $150 million from Adidas. Woe is me.
Brooks Austin, the Film Guy Network on YouTube. Go subscribe. I don't say this lightly. I don't just pass out cosigns. My favorite college football content coming out right now. Brooks, appreciate you making time for us.
No doubt, boys. Y'all be good.
All right, appreciate you. Oh, that was a little bit of a curveball in the recruiting there, Sam. I wasn't expecting a curveball question at the end. I didn't know if he covered recruiting, but
he's all in on the recruiting.
He's all in.
Can you ask him off the air about the high throws? I wanted to get his thoughts on Aguilar's high throws. We didn't call him back. We didn't get to
watch the breakdown because he talks about it. He says he attributed a lot of it to juice, just the adrenaline from because the high throws. The high throws did kind of slow down after the first quarter. The first quarter when they were really a problem. So I watched the film, and like I said, I don't usually go out and put other people over, but I have really enjoyed watching his breakdowns.
That guy's good.
Yeah,
that guy was good. I like what he said about Alabama the defensive lineman rushing too far up the field. That is a thing that they teach you literally in middle school.
Yep.
Is like when you're trying to you get to the line of scrimmage and you want to stay lateral. You don't want to run up the field and let the quarterback just slip under you.
Nope.
And that is what they were doing.
No, I enjoyed the conversation. Sam, send us to break. Let's talk sports on FanRun Radio.
You're listening to FanRun Radio, the sports humans.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Beard and Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. In football and life, you need a solid defense to protect what matters most. That's where Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee comes in. Score peace of mind with Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. They're your line of defense. FBITN.com.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols. I'm here to be that line of defense for all your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871 and go Vols.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com. All right, let's go in. Let's check on the freaks over on YouTube. Anything we need to hit?
Well, they're just feeling freaky, freaking out, doing what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything we need to hit?
Being real freaky.
So Corso was... All right, so apparently Corso started in 87. In 87, it was Brando, Corso, and Bino Cook, is what Shane says in the chat. Yeah. Kirk joined in 95. Okay. Well, I mean, that lines out. For some reason, I thought whenever I was seeing did he only start doing the headgear pick in 96, maybe?
I'm not sure the timeline of that.
Because I want to say I saw a breakdown of every pick he's made, like every headgear pick he's made. And I want to say
aired in 87. I mean, that's what Google AI says. Transition to live broadcast in 93.
October 5th, 96.
October 5th, 96 is when he decided to use a prop, grab Brutus's round head to emphatically pick them over Penn State. Okay, so maybe that's why I saw 96, because it was just tracking his headgear picks. It was just tracking that. So, okay. But also that would line up because Kirk Herbstreit's been on game day ever since I can remember. And if he came in 95, that would line up. That would make sense.
Kirk won't get the same send-off.
No, I don't even think people like Kirk. I think if you polled college football fans, at least like under the age of 50, aka the kids that are a little bit more online, that are a little bit more aware of him, I'd say it'd be close to 50-50 on like versus dislike when it came to Herb Street.
It feels like that's too far to me. Like, I feel like he has a higher approval rating, but 50-50 seems pretty. You think he's that polarizing?
I think whenever you take the off the field stuff and just his personality off the field, when he does the other hits, whenever he does the college football preview show or the playoff show, I don't know. I just think he comes across as unlikable on that. I like him on game day and I like him in the booth, but I don't even know if I have a negative or positive feeling. I don't know if I'd vote like or dislike. He seems very smug.
Really? I've always liked him.
Maybe I'm wrong here. Sam,
I've always liked him, and I've always thought he was well liked.
You a Herb Street guy, Sam?
I don't have any like strong feelings for or against him.
Bubba, you a Herb Street guy?
Strong analyst.
I mean, his voice is nostalgic, but I'm okay if I don't hear it.
Okay, so maybe instead of
I know if he's there, I know it's going to be a big game, so I guess I'm more inclined to be tuned in whenever he's calling games, but I wouldn't say I'm pro Herb Street.
I like him. I'm pro Herb Street.
I was going to say maybe instead of saying it'd be 50-50 like or dislike, I'd say like indifferent versus like, yeah, he's fine or whatever. I could take him or leave him. Like maybe there aren't strong takes. I don't know. I just maybe I'm getting warped by Twitter, but every time he posts, you just go through his replies and it's just people nonstop just talking.
Well,
about
that's
how
everybody on Twitter.
Yeah. Maybe like I said, maybe I'm getting warped by that.
I mean, I prefer him over other, individuals out there like a Gary Danielson.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, when you say Gary Danielson, I automatically think negative because I know people don't like him. But
see,
with Herbie, I feel pretty like
I think of Ohio State Glazer,
but to me, Gary Danielson, I don't dislike Gary Danielson. I don't necessarily like enjoy listening to him, but he seems like a nice guy. Like I got no problem with him off of the mic. Like I would say, I generally like him.
Kirk seems to me like a good.
He seems like a
champion.
shark.
Like a champion of the game, like an advocate of the game. What's the word I'm looking for? Starts with an A, not advocate, but like
I think advocate,
ambassador of the game. Ambassador is what I was looking for. Like he just seems like a college football guy. He's always been there in my life. Like I don't know. I've never had a negative opinion at all about him.
I don't think a game ever comes on that Kirk Herbstreit's calling. I'm like, let's go, Kirk Herbstreit's calling, and I don't think I'm ever like, man, this guy's
but I like that
my watching experience.
I like that though. I like that consistency of just he's there.
I mean, he's got big game feel to him, yeah.
Yeah, and he's there. Him and Fowler, like it's just like kind of they're there. It's a nostalgia. I don't know.
I miss Brad
people
Nessler.
Don't like him. Brad Nessler?
Yeah.
I miss Brad Nessler too. I love Brad Nessler. He's one of my all-time favorites.
He's no Gus Johnson.
So does Gus? You still like Gus?
Gus.
I feel like people swung the other way on Gus.
I mean, Gus has in the last couple of years, he's lost his energy a little bit. But
he's an old man now.
Prime Gus Johnson is elite.
I gotta say, Gus overrated.
You got barbecue back there?
Gus
overrated.
If he
was a white man, he wouldn't have survived running away from the cop speed when talking about black guys running the ball. He wouldn't have survived that. But Gus,
him calling NFL,
Gus got a pass. I mean, he did have a nice run for like 3 years where it seemed like the Gus Johnson effect was real. That if you put him on a game, like something wacky was going to happen. He did have a good run of that. I'd say probably the opposite with Herb Street. With those, I feel like some of those primetime games on college football like were blowouts for a while. Just maybe that's wrong, but I feel like the primetime 8 p.m. ABC game was duds more than they were actually like living up to the hype.
I think the magic with Gus is that he would turn some of those Big Ten noon game sleepers into just like really fun, energetic games, even if it's not a great matchup. Like you could be Ohio State and Maryland, and he'd have some wacky call at noon that would make you be like, yeah, I'm ready.
That's why I've never been a big Gus guy, because that's always the games he seemed to be on, So like I'm more into Brad Nessler because those are my games. Like had Gus been an SEC guy for all those years, maybe I would have cared more about him. But
his NFL calls are great.
Yeah, I'm picturing one. Was it like a Bengals Texans Hail Mary, or was it Jaguars Texans Hail Mary? Maybe. I'm picturing a Hail Mary at the end of the game.
I like Joe Buck.
Yeah, I mean, to me right now, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are my favorite duo.
What about Joe Tess for college football?
Overrated.
Joe Tess, NFL, WWE guy to me now. He's a wrestling guy.
He does too much. It's not authentic for me. It's if he was really that fired up, if he was really like that, then that would be fine. But I feel like he's putting on a show for me.
To me, Buck and Aikman. I like Aikman. Aikman used to suck, and then like 4 years ago, I think it was because Aikman is a competitor, and he saw all the love Tony Romo was getting, and he decided he wasn't going to be lazy anymore, and he was going to actually get on there and bring some real good insight. And most importantly for Aikman, he started criticizing the league and criticizing the players. He started actually calling out guys that weren't playing good and giving good effort, and I thought that made him much more interesting because that's rare. Like Romo's never calling guys out. Other guys are never really calling guys out. Aikman was being pretty disgusted.
Buck and Aikman, it's just a cool, clean call. I mean, it's just a perfect. I love them too, but I love all the NFL guys. I think besides Romo, like Jim Nantz, big Jim Nantz guy. I always loved Al, which now it's Al and Herbie on Amazon Prime. I guess Al's past his prime, but Sunday Night Football, Tirico.
See, I don't really like Tirico.
You don't like Tirico?
Not really.
I miss Al, but I like Tirico.
And Chris, I think Chris had a run as one of the best in the game, but I feel like the game's, I don't want to say passed him by, but I just feel like he's lost a little of that edge he had.
I like all the NFL guys. Who does Monday Night Football have now, though?
That's Buck and Aikman.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, they went. But so who's that other guy? Kevin
Brady's the Fox guy.
Brady's
Kevin
Burkhardt.
Yeah.
Kevin Burkhardt.
Brady is
the
number
main
2
Fox
for
guy.
Fox now.
Yeah. I don't think I like that team all that much.
Which one? Brady?
I like Greg Olsen and
I was gonna say Olsen and Burkhardt were great.
Yeah.
They got screwed by Brady.
I don't know much about Burkhardt. I mean,
I think Greg Olson's awesome. I think Greg Olson's really good.
Yeah.
I think he got screwed by Brady. I mean, that's just that was like hey, this guy's way more popular than you, and we're giving him a lot of money, so he's going to take your spot. But Olson's 5 times the announcer that Brady is when it comes to actually.
Yeah, I don't think I like Tom Brady.
Brady sucks.
He might get better. He might get better. I don't feel like he's going to get better, but he might get better. Maybe he got embarrassed after last year. I was like, hey, I need to get better to watch the film, do some stuff. Well, that was talking announcers.
Pat
with
McAfee.
John and Cody.
You like Pat McAfee?
On games?
No, not on games. Just like as a personality. They're talking about him in the chat.
Yeah, I like McAfee, but more as a wrestling guy.
I could take him or leave him.
Hour 2 in the books. Hour 3 headlines coming at you. Oh, boy. I did not get Tuesday trivia ready. Oh, boy. I knew I forgot something. Hopefully somebody can swoop in and send one. Hopefully I got some in the chat. Let me go check my DMs. People send them to me. Let me see if I can find some. Last time I did this, we ended up with one that we had already played, so let me be careful there. If you're listening and you've prepared trivia, send it to me. Oh, boy. Hour 2 in the books.
Check out our new and improved website at FANRUNradio.com.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw premium vodka. Please drink responsibly.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Whether you are buying or selling a home or even looking for some land to build on and start a family, be sure to give Reed Emerson with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Heritage Group a shout. He is a longtime listener and supporter of FanRun and has been serving the Mid-State for many years. Reed prides himself on his hassle-free and honest approach, and that's because he's not just chasing another commission. He wants what is best for his clients. Give Reed Emerson a call or text him today to get the process started. His number is 931-492-0418, or you can find him online at bhgheritagegroup.com.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power Rankings, Tuesday Trivia. Jon Reed and Cody going wild, no Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen. Ay. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10.
Hour number 3 kicking off right here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. This batch of headlines brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. Don't put off your dental visits any longer. Give Knoxville Smiles a call today at 865-539-1776 to set up an appointment. Or you can take a virtual tour of their facility at knoxvillesmiles.com. knoxvillesmiles.com, now open until 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Let's hit some Hour 3 headlines. What you got, Cody?
That's right, John. Go fix that ugly, jacked up mouth you got out there, folks. Go fix it. Knoxville Smiles. Thanks, John. Well, we'll start with Micah Parsons. He did make the Packers practice debut. His week 1 status still uncertain. He's got a bit of a back sprain per a report, CBSSports.com. The Packers' prized acquisition was wearing the number 1 jersey at Monday's practice, the hallowed number 1 for the Packers. How about that?
How about it?
Per Adam Schefter, he's been dealing with an L4/L5 facet joint sprain, whatever the hell that is, in his back. I guess that's vertebrae. Is that what those are?
Yeah.
And he may need to take an injection ahead of Sunday's season opener against the Lions. So I think the consensus is probably that he's going to play, but he might have to get a needle in the back.
I've heard he's going to need the epidural every week.
Oh, is that right?
I mean, he's already had it a couple times in the offseason, so.
Well.
Or if he's going to be on any, banned substance list.
Is Jerry Jones playing 4D chess over here?
Is this the new Luca's Fat?
I think it's got to be.
Which means he's going to come out and just become greater than ever.
CeeDee Lamb and Stephon Diggs dispute the rumors that Parsons was an irritant to his teammates.
They came out and defended him?
Yes. CeeDee Lamb said, let's see what they said here. Did I say?
Two other divas on the team go out and defend the diva on the team.
Yeah, that's what it says. We got new college football power rankings.
Where does Tennessee come in?
On CBS Sports here. The Vols come in at number 16. Dare we say the Vols are better with Joey Aguilar at quarterback this fall? The UCLA transfer made his reads, processed the coverages, led his receivers with his passes out in front of crossing routes, and worked his way down the field in a 3-touchdown debut. Tennessee is in good hands. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
By the way, you know what we got to get going this week? You know what has to happen this week?
What's going to happen this week?
That hasn't happened yet? MySpace Top 8.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We got to do that. We got to get our win total draft in for the NFL.
Win total draft?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that last year, too. That was fun.
Yeah. We've done that for a couple of years. Well, maybe you haven't done it, but I've been doing that for a while.
I've been here every football season, baby. I've been here the last 4 football seasons.
Yeah, you weren't here in 2021.
Well, no, but that was COVID.
22, 23, 24.
Who was truly here in 2021, you know?
Amen to that, brother.
I mean, you were, but...
Yeah.
You were here holding it down.
Yeah, I did it. I kept the show going.
Yeah. It was rough times, though. Did you see where that FSU player got shot?
Mm-hmm.
Says he was in critical but stable condition after being shot.
Didn't we end the show with that yesterday?
Did we?
Because, like, Bubba's like, that's good news. And you're like, it can't be good news if you got shot.
Oh.
Didn't that whole thing happen?
Yeah.
Did I dream that?
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
You dreamed it.
Right.
I dreamed it?
Well, another
I don't
news.
need to be dreaming about you boys.
Another news, the Hindenburg has crashed.
Is this a Hendon Hooker reference?
No, but that would have been a good headline, Bubba. It's good creativity by you. FSU fined for storming the field after beating Alabama.
It's nothing over there in the ACC. $50K.
That's all they charge?
Yeah.
Hell, I'd be storming it every week. Well,
I
that's
know.
what Clemson does, right?
Yeah, they do.
Do they have to pay that fine every time they do that, or they have a special exemption?
I'd hope they have to pay it.
They're just like, nah, it's part of our culture. It's who we are. You know?
Just budget like, $250K a year to the field storming fine. Maybe that's why it is so small. They can't set a precedent with Clemson and make them pay $200K every single time.
It looks like Big 12 doesn't have an official one, but it seems like Arizona State was fined $25K for storming the field over BYU. Maybe Tennessee needs to transfer conferences.
Maybe all these other conferences are just broke.
Probably that.
Did FSU? I don't even remember them. I guess they did. No, it was the Miami game that I was watching. I was wondering if Miami was going to storm the field when they beat Notre Dame. Because I remember watching the end of the game. I was like, I really hope they don't storm the field. Have some pride about
They
you.
don't have enough fans to make it look cool.
Typically, I would say the same, but it looked like they had a pretty good crowd at that game.
They had a pretty good turnout. Yeah, the Miami jokes, I don't want to say have to die, but they had a pretty good turnout.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do remember the crowds from years past, though, when things weren't going that well. They barely had anybody at all. Ryan Williams, Alabama wide receiver, says he's day-to-day. He's been in concussion protocol.
Me too, brother.
Aren't we all?
You've been in concussion protocol?
No,
Bubba?
but I'm day-to-day.
You are?
Yeah, we all are, brother.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Everyone's just day-to-day?
Yeah. Yeah, you could
What
be
are
here
you?
today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah, what are you?
Ain't nothing guaranteed, brother.
I'm 2 days at a time.
Here today, gone tomorrow. I ain't going to be gone tomorrow.
Trevor asked, at what point do we stop storming the field versus Alabama? Like, it feels like that's done, right? We're not going to storm the field against
Don't ever
Alabama.
do it again. They don't deserve it anymore.
Yeah.
They don't deserve it anymore. 2022, we set a terrible precedent. I'm glad we did it because it was cool as hell in the moment. But now, all these teams doing it, don't hit the same.
Now, maybe he means we as like a society.
Like every team storms the field against Bama type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he means we as a society, because I feel like everyone's going to get their lick back. So I feel like that's going to keep happening, like at least for the rest of this year. If you beat Alabama this year, you're still going to rush the field, unless it's like they play LSU on the road or they play LSU at Alabama.
How long do we have to get into the Alabama struggles for them to storm the field against somebody else?
Oh,
that's a fair question. I'm piecing together trivia, boys.
Could you imagine?
I'm doing the best I can. Shout out to Todd for sending us some questions.
Could you imagine things falling so?
I feel like South Carolina would storm the field against them.
Yeah, they definitely probably would.
I think South Carolina should storm the field against them too. Well, that's the thing about, like, we talked about with Bill Belichick, right? Like how college coaches want to kick his ass. There's a lot of teams that want to kick Alabama's ass.
Yeah, because they did it to everybody for so long,
right?
You know,
there's a lot of people that want to kick their ass.
At a certain point, though, they do lose so much respect that I don't think Tennessee should ever storm the field against them again. Obviously, when we beat them next year in Neyland for the third straight time. Well, pretty good debut for Colton Hood in his first game for Tennessee against Syracuse. He won the SEC Defensive Player of the Week.
What an absolute stud.
Now, he was just the co-defensive player of the week, but still very good. He won it along with South Carolina linebacker Fred Johnson. And our young receiver Braylon Staley was named the SEC Freshman of the Week after his 4-catch, 95-yard performance. He was the only player in the SEC with a 70-plus yard catch in week 1. How about that?
Wow.
Yes. Yes, great job by him. We sure are happy to see our guys collecting awards. Tom Fornelli's power ratings. This is different than the other thing I looked at. Where do we come in on this? No, he only does a top 12, and he doesn't have us in there. Okay, well, moving along then.
He doesn't have us where?
Tom Fornelli, you know who that is?
Yeah.
In the top 12.
Oh, in the top 12, okay.
Yeah, I guess he only does a top 12.
Okay, it's like a playoff ranking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you see where Hunter Renfrow missed 10 calls from the Panthers about signing a contract?
His it was like one of his kids was hitting decline on all the calls
to watch Bluey.
Yeah,
they were watching Bluey. That's pretty good. Negotiation masterclass. Well, that's that's about all I got.
Okay,
you guys got anything, Sam, Bubba?
I feel like I actually did bookmark something, but I can't remember.
That's all right.
There's some pretty big news involving some VFLs in baseball. We had a Vol-on-Vol crime last night.
Big Drew Gilbert taking Dollander yard. And then, did you see his home run celebration?
No.
He basically had a teammate choke him.
Oh, okay. I saw that picture. Yeah.
He won a 4 for 4.
Interesting celebration.
Shout out Wendy's.
Sure. But also, Beck hit a double over him too, so.
I think the 4 for 4 is gone. I think it became the $6 biggie bag.
Yeah.
That's good. The quality of the 4 for 4 dropped just.
And also for you, Cody.
Oh, boys. It was the drink and fries that really made me happy on the 4 for 4. Like, 4 nuggets, a little burger, but you get a little drink, fries on the way out.
Go ahead, Bubba. I have something else to say after this.
I was going to say that the billionaire Cody Campbell from Texas Tech
has died.
No. He bought some more ad space during college football to call on Congress to save college sports.
Okay, good for him. I went to the new Whataburger yesterday.
Did you say, what a burger?
Big mistake. Big mistake. I thought a week would be enough time. It was not enough time.
Close.
It was not enough time. It took about an hour. But guess who I saw in there? David Sanders. Big Dave Sanders.
Did you ask him how he was doing?
Yeah, I did, actually. I said, "What's up, man?" As I looked up to the sky.
Nutritionists aren't going to be happy about that.
Hey, how's the weather up there?
Why is he at Whataburger not eating, some chicken and rice?
He's got to put weight on, Bubba.
We're still trying to fatten him up.
Yeah, we want to fatten him a little bit. He's a freshman offensive lineman.
With that type of fat?
He can eat at Whataburger. Hell yeah. David Sanders can eat Whataburger.
Okay.
Maybe not every meal, but I got no problem with David Sanders.
You got to hit that calorie goal.
But man, when he walked in, I looked at him and I was like, oh my God. It didn't hit me at first that it's David Sanders. Clearly I could tell he's a football player. He's an offensive lineman. But I was like, damn, who is? And I was like, oh, that's David Sanders. That's who that is.
I was at the Apple store a couple months ago and Bennett Warren was in there. And I was like, God, that is just a behemoth of a man.
Yeah. Yeah, they're big boys, man. When you see one of them up close. I remember my first ever year on campus. I got on campus as a transfer, and one of the first guys I saw was Dan McCullers. You remember Big Dan McCullers? I was like, my God, that's what a D1 athlete looks like. And he wasn't even a very good athlete, but he was a big old boy, real big. I don't think I'd ever seen one up close at that point, really. I think Dan McCullers was the first one I saw. What are you laughing at, Bubba?
I was going to ask if you meant a big old boy or an athlete.
He was both. He was a big old boy athlete. I almost gave up my booth for David Sanders because I was sitting in a booth by myself.
You were going to give it up to him?
I was sitting.
No, here you go, David. Sit here.
That would have been pretty nice of you.
Well, it's real tight in there, and he was looking for a place to sit, and I felt kind of bad because there were 30 people in there waiting. That's all anybody was doing was just
ask
waiting.
him to sit with you. Hey, bro.
I thought about it. Because I was taking up a 4-person booth, and obviously I was just on one side of it. But I thought about saying hey, I got an open seat here. But then
would have been hilarious if Cody had a mic in his pocket. He's like, "Hey, sit down here, man. You can eat with me."
Yeah.
So, David, tell me about your progression through this injury so far.
Yeah, I just said hi to him, and he's like, "What's up, man?" But I didn't give up my seat. But I thought to myself, I said, if I was really balled up, if I was a real ball, I'd give up my seat.
Did you enjoy your burger?
It was good. It was good.
Did you get the jalapeno one?
No, I just got a regular double. But they're doing good on their first week.
I think Whataburger gets a little bit too much hate. I'm not going to say that it's fantastic, but I think a lot of people just put it down too fast.
I love Whataburger for the level it's at. It's, there's different levels. We've been through this before. There's different quality beef and all this stuff. But for the level it's at, I love it. It's like what the Sonic Burger used to be before the Sonic Burger died.
Spicy ketchup, did you get that?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think I got trivia ready.
Okay. Well, this is what it gets to when you don't participate in the segment.
I'm sorry. I was getting trivia ready for the boys. Trivia's ready. Shout out to Todd.
If you leave it to me and Sam, it's getting to food eventually.
Not our boy Todd from Inward Ave. This is our other boy Todd, one of the freaks in the chat. He sent a category. If he had not sent that one category, he was the only person that sent a category. I asked many people to, and he was the only person that actually did it. He had it fired off pretty quickly, too, so shout out to him. Without him, we would not have gotten it done, but we got it done. We pieced it together. Not promising it's going to be good, boys, but it's trivia, and people like trivia, so.
Boo, bad trivia, boo.
It's still going to be better than Bubba's. I will guarantee that it's still.
I at least had mine ready to go, John.
I will give you that, Bubba, but I will also say that you usually had 2 hours every morning on Tuesdays to get it ready. I don't know if you were doing it on Monday or
John,
Friday or Saturday or whenever.
And the day before.
But I was hosting the damn show, okay? And it's going to get done, and it's still going to be better than yours. But Sam gets to play trivia. Coming up next is Talk Sports on FanRun Radio. The P Team versus Cody McClure. Coming up next.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is FanRun Radio.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet. Whether you are buying or selling a home or even looking for some land to build on and start a family, be sure to give Reed Emerson with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Heritage Group a shout. He is a longtime listener and supporter of FanRun and has been serving the Mid-State for many years. Reed prides himself on his hassle-free and honest approach. And that's because he's not just chasing another commission. He wants what is best for his clients. Give Reed Emerson a call or text him today to get the process started. His number is 931-492-0418, or you can find him online at bhgheritagegroup.com.
Hey, Knoxville. Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Us for piecing it together, boys. Nobody panicked. Nobody freaked out. Everything's all good. We're ready to go. Let's do it. Are you ready for the categories, P team?
That's right.
Are you ready for the categories, Cody?
Yeah, I'm pretty much ready. So I still gotta play 2-on-1. Is that?
Yep, that's the way it's always been.
It's pretty much 1v1.
Don't talk about yourself like that,
Yeah,
Bubba.
come on, Bubba.
Or don't talk about Sam like that. Whoever you were insulting, don't
Myself.
do it.
I
The
feel
categories.
Like kind of smarter than some of the other guys that have been over there in the past, though.
We'll see.
Write
I
them
mean,
down.
playing Jack and Luca was,
We'll see.
Write them down.
All right.
General.
No.
College football passing leaders by year. I give you the quarterback.
Jesus Christ.
You give me the year. What are you Jesus Christing about? Huh?
You give us the quarterback and we give you the year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? What's wrong with that one?
Nothing.
90s mid-carders, courtesy of our friend Todd. This is wrestling. Bubba, you got a chance here.
Oh, God.
All right,
But
Bubba.
it's 90s, so Cody, you got a chance. I think it's a fair topic.
Okay.
Box office leaders by year. That's when I had like 3-4 already. Luckily, I was able to pull it up and piece it together so that we could play trivia today. And then general entertainment.
Oh, God. Okay. These are all fine.
It's a lot harder for me to like get science questions ready. So no science questions, no geography questions when I'm trying to do stuff in a pinch. It's easy just to look at a year and kind of go with that. So this is what you're getting today, boys. Take it or leave it. Cody,
All right.
you won last week. Do you want to go first or second?
I won several weeks in a row, and I'll go first. That's where I want to go. I want to go first. And I think I'm going to do college football passing leaders by year for 3.
Graham Harrell.
2008.
I would have allowed 2008 or 2009 because he did it 2 years, but 2008.
All right.
Let's go college football passing leaders by year for 2.
Okay, I guess Bubba doesn't get a vote here. Mac Jones. Mac Jones.
I'm thinking 21, Bubba.
I mean, I'm here to throw you off your A game, Sam, because he's been recent, right? But he's also been in the NFL for at least 3 years now. And the year of our Lord of it being 2025, you would take away at least 3 years, and that would make it at least, before 2022.
10 seconds.
Let's go 2021.
Should have went with 2020. Should have went with 2020.
In a COVID season, we're doing that. All right.
Somebody's got to lead the league in passing.
All right.
They won the national championship that year. College football passing leaders by year for 4.
Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins. Big Dwayne Haskins. R.I.P.
10 seconds, Cody.
Not as much time has passed yet, Bubba.
$10 seconds.
I'm going to go Dwayne Haskins 2014.
Oh, way off. 2018. Cardell Jones was still in school in 2014.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking when they won the Natty. Dwayne came after Cardell.
Yeah.
That was a bad one. Yeah. Okay. Still 3-0.
It's a bad miss. All right, P-team, get on the board here.
They're all missing.
What are we thinking here, Bubba? You like
Misses
90s wrestling? You feel comfortable with that
eighth grader.
category?
I mean, I was born in 2000, so
Do you like the
Every
history
miss
of
is the
it?
same.
I'm a casual, so
I'll let you pick the category here if you want, Bubba. I'm good for anything.
Let's put your heads together and come up with an answer.
we'll go with 90s mid-carders for 3.
Okay. This King of the Mountain hails from Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Oh, let's go. Who is Double J Jeff Jarrett?
That is correct.
Let's go, Bubba.
Okay,
Let's go, Bubba.
I don't think I would have gotten King of the Mountain. When was he the King of the Mountain?
He was a big old. That was a big TNA chick that he stuck with.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it would be a 90s, but he is a 90s mid-carder. Okay.
Let's go box office leaders by year for 3.
These movies led the box office in what year? Shrek 2, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Spider-Man 2.
Come on, Cody. I'm rooting for you.
Joey Diaz was in Spider-Man 2. I love me some Joey Diaz.
I'll take random Joey Diaz facts for 4, please.
Oh, man.
He was in which Spider-Man?
I'm going to say 2007.
Getting closer. 2004.
Damn.
2004. All right, boys. Chance to take the lead for the
feel
P
good
team.
after that wrestling question, Bubba? I think we maybe go back with a
Yeah, I mean,
two-pointer
we've just given Bubba a whole category here.
You are a 90s wrestling fan too, friend.
Not all this weird stuff like Bubba.
Let's try and build a lead here with some wrestling with Bubba's wheelhouse. Let's go 90s mid-carders for 2.
For 2. Coward. This martial arts aficionado is now a bail bondsman. This is pretty tough for a 2-pointer.
Yeah, what the goodness gracious.
You would have had to have been there in the 90s to know this guy. This one's tough. This one's tough.
First and last name or just?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would get this right, but I was there in the 90s. You weren't there in the 90s.
So there's 2 names here. Where I think in either buddy that was in the first UFC event, Tom something I want to say, had Dan Severn, or we're thinking of Ken Shamrock. Either one of those guys come from a martial art background.
10 seconds.
I have no idea, Bubba. This is
just heads or tails, Sam.
Tails.
Ken Shamrock, final answer.
You forgot about the third guy.
Was that the Big Boss Man?
No.
No, that was a
No,
cop.
he's dead, by the way. So he's not
okay.
now a bail bondsman. The Big Boss Man died like 2005 or something.
Okay.
You forgot about the one that came out in the jiu-jitsu outfit, just kind of wearing the black pants, Steve Blackman. Steve Blackman. You forgot him.
Okay. So
All right,
tie
3-3,
game.
tied through 3 rounds. We got a contest here.
Tie game here. Low scoring.
I really enjoy this category, Todd. Good job by you.
Defensive affair here. I'm going to go. Let's try general for 3.
E equals MC squared is synonymous with what theory by Albert Einstein?
The theory of relativity?
That is correct. I'm glad you got that because I was really worried you're going to start whining about it.
No, I knew that one.
Well, you would have whined if you didn't know.
You big movie guy, Bubba?
Well, yeah.
Still would have been a 3-pointer.
General entertainment?
Sam, I think after that last one, I'm just kind of now on a lifeboat here. I got the life jacket on.
Let's go general entertainment for 3.
Oh, God. Okay, give me 1 second.
That doesn't make me feel very good.
No, I told you. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Stand by, please. It doesn't really change the question at all.
I'm bad with entertainment. I mean,
This doesn't really change the question, but just know I wrote this like 3 months ago. A Minecraft movie is closing in on $1 billion. It might have gotten to $1 billion. It's kind of irrelevant. Making it the second biggest video game movie adaptation behind this famous duo's film. Maybe Minecraft has passed it since then, but if it has, this question is still kind of the same. So what is either the biggest or second biggest video game movie adaptation, not named Minecraft, that was adapted behind this famous duo?
This is going to be something Bubba knows.
famous duos kind of throwing me off. I mean, I was thinking you got the Lego movies, you got
the problem is
Star
a lot of
Wars,
movies or
but-
games and movies kind of go hand in hand. Like, you know, way back when movies were made before games, and now, you know. Also, does it mean video games specifically, John, or is it just?
It's
games?
a video game that became a movie. I mean, it's about a duo, a famous duo.
Interesting. This might have to be with Mario.
Mm.
I think that might be what I'm leaning towards.
I
here.
like that, Bubba. I like that.
Do you?
I ain't got nothing else in me.
We go with Mario, John.
Can you be more specific?
Super Mario?
The Super Mario Bros. Animated movie.
The Super Mario Brothers movie. Okay, I just giving you, making sure you don't want Cody yelling at me. The Super Mario Brothers. That is correct. 6-6. Big get, Bubba. Big get.
Big time, Bubba.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Okay, box office leaders by year for 2.
Okay. Let's see here. The Avengers, Skyfall, The Dark Knight Rises.
It's a Skyfall.
This is a 2-pointer.
I mean, I feel like the Batman trilogy is maybe the biggest movie trilogy of your lifetime. So, yeah.
Go on, Cody. Tell us what you got.
No, brother. They expect one of us in the wreckage.
Could you repeat?
Darkness is your ally.
Typically, as a general rule, we like to have silence while the other
I was
person
born
is
in it.
answering.
The
Can you
Avenger-
repeat the movies?
Hold it
The
back.
Avengers, Skyfall, The Dark Knight Rises.
What the hell is Skyfall?
When the sky falls.
James
Okay,
Bond.
for the record, the timer doesn't start until everyone
I'm not
shuts
starting a
up.
timer. You asked me a question.
I have to be able to think.
Oh, I assume. Sorry, I thought you were asking me what Skyfall was, but I guess I can't answer that.
Avengers movie. When was that? I don't know what Skyfall is. My only hope here is The Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight was in 08.
Well, Dark Knight will be rising, Cody.
Shut up. 2016.
2012.
I was going to say 11.
That was my second guess.
Skyfall. I was just trying to sing like Adele. She had the song. It was a James Bond movie. That was like kind of at the peak of the height of her peak. I feel like that was
2012 really was in my head.
Well, I feel like that's a fair 2-pointer. I know I made you mad at first, but I feel like that's a fair 2-pointer.
Is it a 2-pointer?
The Dark Knight Rises is pretty. I mean, like I said, it's a pretty big movie.
Okay, that's
Skyfall, pretty big. If you know the Adele thing, the Avengers. If you're into Marvel, there's a lot there.
Leaving the door open, boys.
Leaving the door open.
6-3. What do we
6-6. Cody got
6-3. That's right, Sam.
Cody got the theory of relativity. You got 6. He's got 6.
Kind of just want to swing for the fences with this college football for 5, Bubba.
Well, you still have. Oh no, 4's gone. Okay, never mind.
Swing it.
Swing your sword.
Swing that sword.
R.I.P.
Oh, this is a terrible strategy. All right.
Let's go college football passing leaders by year for 5.
Terrible strategy.
Let's try and bury him.
Okay.
Yeah, bury me.
Or leave the door wide open and not punish him for missing. But the player is Chris Vargas.
Who the is that guy?
Chris Vargas.
These guys are pretty intently looking at these phones.
Let's go. These are just our categories.
Yeah, that's what
here,
everybody
buddy.
says. I know, but just
looking pretty intently at that laptop.
Yeah, if you happen to have a friend listening, I just I mean, I don't get texts on my laptop, but you'd clearly see if I was Googling.
Maybe you're using the voice to search.
Which
Let's
you
go.
would hear.
I wouldn't because the headphones, and you're in the opposite side of the room.
I do have a cough button.
Yeah, you could hit the cough button. All right, the answer.
1991.
Woohoo! 93.
Oh.
I was gonna say Cody's about to be so mad.
What college did this individual play for?
I want to
Oklahoma?
say Nevada. I want to say, but I don't have the list put up in front of me.
West Coast name.
All right, I got us through 5 rounds now? Is that right?
It is 6-6 through 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 rounds remain, boys. 2 rounds remain. That was a big missed opportunity. Bad strategy by the boys.
General for 2.
Good strategy. This phrase is used to describe the single continent the world had roughly 300 million years ago.
Pangea.
That is correct. Damn, I was really hoping I get to say, this bitch don't know about Pangea.
Well, you said it anyway.
Well, I didn't get to use it, though. 8-6.
What are we thinking, Bubba?
See, this is where your 5-point strategy backfired.
I said swing for the fences.
Yeah, sometimes you need to take a single. Sometimes you need to slap the ball the other way. If Blake Burke had swung for the fences, we might have lost to Florida State. Instead, he hit the single right back up the damn middle. Tie game.
Someone's got to hit for the cycle.
All right, Sam, we could do either 4 for general. We could do some wrestling. We can do some more box office. Or the entertainment.
That Mario question's got Bubba thinking he's Italian.
Let's go.
No, if I thought it was Italian, I'd say, my Sunday gravy over here really impressing people.
Sorry you can't cook.
I make sausage biscuits and gravy, Cody. Not that Sunday gravy.
Oh, that's tough.
All right, can
Flour
I
and
get a
milk.
category,
General
please?
for 4. General for 4.
Can everyone get on the same page here?
General for 4, Bubba. You good with that?
Sure.
General for 4.
October 29th, 1929 is a day that lives in infamy for its long-lasting effect on America and the world. What is the day known as?
Oh, my God. This is a 4-pointer.
I feel like he'd do this even if he didn't know the
There's
answer.
a couple, Call of Duty has failed me for this because it's assumed, war. So we're thinking either D-Day, we're thinking either, there's the movie The Hunt for Red October, but that's not about D-Day, is it? I don't know.
What is this guy talking about?
Yeah, I'm getting you're throwing me off the scent here, Bubba.
October 29th, 1929 is a day that lives in infamy for its long-lasting effect on America and the world. What is this day known as?
It's nothing to do with the stock market. Unless that could be Black Friday, though. No, that's Black Monday, isn't it?
10 seconds.
What are we thinking here, Sammy?
Sure as hell ain't D-Day, but that's the only thing we got.
It's not. I'm not allowed.
I know it ain't that. Punting on third down.
Sometimes, I watch football and I think punting on third down sometimes would make sense. It makes me so mad when my team's losing by 2 scores and they run like a draw or a short pass that runs 40 seconds off the clock on 3rd and 20. Just kick. If you're just going to do that, just punt. Save me the 40 seconds. Need an answer now. 3, 2, 1. Cody?
Halloween.
Okay, it's not Halloween, Cody.
It's the stock market crash. The great crash in 1929.
And the day is known as?
The day is known as?
That's the question. What is the day known as?
I don't know if I know that.
Oh, well, you're over there groaning like it was such an easy 4-pointer. Well, what's the answer?
I knew the event.
Well, what's the answer?
What was it called the day the stock market crashed? I just always heard of it as the Great
Black
Stock
Tuesday. Black Tuesday. Is what
Oh,
it's
okay. Well,
called.
that I resigned my comments.
Yeah.
That is a hard 4-pointer if you got to know what it's called.
You were on. You had 2 of the days of the week, Bubba.
We saw a lot of tracks out there, but we followed the wrong path.
Yeah. So don't groan over there at that question. That was a good question.
That's a good question.
All right.
I didn't know you got to know what it's called.
Well, if you'd listen before you start groaning, the last part of the question is, what is this day known as?
I was nervous they were going to get it. I was scared.
All right, heading into the 7th round.
Okay.
The P team is falling apart. And I got to say, Sam has made a living the last year of making fun of you after trivia.
So far, Sam scored 0 for the record.
Yeah, just for the record, Sam's debut, not great right now. Strategy's not good either.
Okay.
2s and 5s, whenever they should be doing 2s and 5s.
So
That's swing for the fences. It's clearly not working out for us.
Strategy here.
Didn't think we'd get 90s Nevada quarterbacks.
5s are always tough.
I could play defense here.
I'm excited to see Bubba swing for the fences. He's going to find himself a winner here. I believe in him. Sam's going to redeem himself.
I'm afraid Bubba's going to hit that 4-pointer for 90s mid-carders if I only go.
Bubba's looking over here smiling.
Take it from him and win.
I could do that.
You get a 4-pointer, you win.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get it. I could take a 1. I thought about taking a 1, making him hit a 4, but I'm going to do it this way.
Man, I love trivia. Great segment. I'm glad I got this done. Shout out to Todd again.
I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to go general entertainment for 2. That's what I'm going to do.
Within 1 year each way.
Oh, great.
It's a 2-pointer. Within 1 year each way. When was the first WrestleMania?
Okay. 1984.
1985, but you are within the one year grace window.
Beautiful.
All right. That gives Cody a 4-point lead here. Gentlemen, start your engines. It all comes down to this. A 4 to tie, a 5 to win.
I'm rendered absolutely useless in any of the wrestling questions, Bubba. So, I mean, if you think you can take a 5 down by yourself, but I say we go to a 5 in any of the other categories.
I mean, as a team player, whatever you feel like, Sam.
If I was Sam, I'd put it all on Bubba's plate.
I'd go mid-carders for 4.
I'd go mid-carders and make Bubba do it. That way I could say it wasn't my fault.
I mean, if you want to, I will gladly take all the smoke.
All right, Sam, make a decision. Make a decision.
Let's go box office leaders by year for 5.
Oh, what a coward. Should have put it on Bubba's.
I'm a coward for
box office
making it
leaders.
A team effort here.
Box office leaders by year for 5. Demon Slayer the movie, Munjan Train, The 800, My People, My Homeland.
Interesting, because Demon Slayer, kind of a newer anime. So, I'm going to say around 2011, roughly. The 800, I've never heard of that.
I'm just going to be Demon Slayer the movie, Mungan Train, M-U-G-E-N. The 800, My People, My Homeland.
Or Demon Slayer could actually be older than what I think. Or am I getting it confused?
I feel like it's got to be older if it's a 5.
Yeah. You thinking 94?
10 seconds.
Feel better with 2011 or 94, Bubba? 2011 jumped out the page to you.
Yeah, I'm getting it confused with another anime, though.
I mean, I didn't even know Demon Slayer. Didn't even know that's anime.
I never even knew any of these were movies.
They're all news to me.
I don't even know what the last one was. What?
1994.
Well, 1994 was a very popular year for movies. The Lion King led the box office in 1994. 2011, that was a Harry Potter movie. I thought maybe this would be too easy for a 5. I'm glad you didn't get it. 2020, COVID. Those are Asian movies because they went and saw their big movies. Those are the top 3. 2020.
No wonder we haven't heard of any of them.
Yeah. It's 5-pointer, so you can't get too mad. But Bad Boys for Life was the #1 movie in America. But worldwide,
can we see what mid-Carders for 5 was just to see if Bubba could have had
5.
his day?
Yeah, Bubba would have gotten. I feel like Bubba would have gotten this right, and Cody would have had a conniption.
Oh,
so,
thank God.
Sorry, Bubba.
This man was quote the stuff, and all the girls thought he was tough.
Oh, Mr. Perfect.
Nope.
No. Oh, was it?
Nope. Never mind. Buff Bagwell. Buff the stuff Bagwell. Never mind.
I would have felt.
Was that 5 or 4?
That was a 5-pointer.
Who was 4?
This head shaker's signature frog splash was called the lowdown.
Oh, D'Lo Brown.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bubba. We should have rolled with the wrestling.
We'll take
I'm shocked you got Buff Bagwell wrong. I'm shocked you got that wrong. Last call on the other side. Shout out to Todd again. I know I've said it 3 times, but I'll make it a 4th. He bailed us out. I enjoyed trivia, and I appreciate him coming through for us. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on FanRun Radio.
You're locked onto FanRun Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
Hi, I'm Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or just need a change, it's never been more important to have experienced, trustworthy representation in the real estate process. So if you have any real estate questions, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. Call me anytime for a free chat, 865-742-1035, or find me online at BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, real estate the right way.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. We do. We're Farm Bureau Insurance. And we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance. Tennessee's insurance company.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance for Tennesseans. Believe in me for all of your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires. Just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776. Or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axel, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axel Logistics is the place to start your career. Last call here on the program, Cody. Congrats on your victory.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to get another dub. I think that's at least 3 weeks in a row, maybe more. I don't remember exactly, but Sam, man in the arena.
Yeah,
tougher than you thought.
I mean, wasn't my best stuff. Wasn't my best stuff. We'll get back into the lab, get back at it next week. You know, it's a very Nico-like press conference, but I have a question for you, Cody.
Oh, okay.
Do you build these breaks that are like 3 minutes long in one?
What do you mean?
There was just one that got thrown up in here in the log that was like 3 minutes long, but then there was multiple after that were just separated individually. I was curious if you had curated
you
that
guys
yourself.
could go through that off the air. You guys could talk about the
we'll discuss it after.
It was
the
just
show.
really throwing me off.
You guys discuss that off the air.
I haven't put anything in fresh in the last hour or so I don't know.
And Buff Bagwell had his leg amputated in July of this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Prayers to him.
What do you say?
Prayers to him.
I'm not praying for Buff Bagwell.
I don't know who Buff Bagwell is, but I'm praying for a guy who's got his leg amputated.
He'll be all right. I mean, or he won't be, but
enough with you and enough with the ableist comments from you today.
I'm pretty sure he's a Georgia fan. So,
What, is he lame too now?
Well, he's laid up. He's laid up. Buff Bagwell for a little bit was my favorite WCW wrestler, but I feel like I would hate him now as an adult watching back then. Anyways, Bubba, what did we miss other than all those trivia questions that you and Sam couldn't get right?
Well, speaking of being laid up, apparently a University of Kentucky student was arrested after her baby was found deceased in a trash bag in the closet, and she was part of the Kentucky stunt team.
Wait,
she
what?
pulled the biggest one now.
Wait, what? What happened here, Bubba?
21-year-old Laken Snelling has been charged with abuse of a corpse, tampering with evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant.
So the baby's dead?
What a way to end the show.
I think I could have gone with missing this, Bubba.
Yeah. What the hell, man?
Kentucky girl threw her baby in the trash and they caught her.
As if you can't hate Kentucky enough, they give you another reason.
It is quite the stunt.
We had Idaho releasing their Fighting Taters helmet.
Idaho.
I will be supporting the Kibby Dome in all of its glory. I'll make it up there one day.
Oh, no.
We had the bookie who ran the illegal gambling business used by Shohei Ohtani's former interpreter, Ipe Mizuhara.
What's happening here?
He thinks Ohtani knew a little bit more about it than he's let on.
That's right. Wow. That's 100% right. Ohtani's a bad guy. Don't let it get it twisted.
Whoa, take it easy.
He threw that translator right under the bus.
Greatest player since Babe Ruth.
Well, he is great, which is why Major League Baseball hasn't done anything to him. They
knew they couldn't lose him.
Yeah,
all
he's
the greats
untouchable.
got scandals.
We're going to make a damn movie about him in a couple of years about him being untouchable, running the sport on the field and off the field. Manfred.
Ipe Mizuhara is the friend that everybody wants in their life, willingly wanting to go to prison to say, hey, you know what? I'll sacrifice my life in prison because my friend has he's a very good baseball player.
I would say he probably wanted Shohei Ohtani in his life, too, with all the millions of dollars.
A real kamikaze effort on his part.
Okay,
Come
on.
A milestone in WNBA as Sonia Citron has surpassed Caitlin Clark for the most double-digit scoring games by a rookie.
Huh?
Sonia Citron?
Yeah.
Surpassed Caitlin Clark.
I like watching that girl play.
That's what
I figured Paige Beckers was on there because she had that big, long streak before she got held to 9 points, but she did miss some time with injury. But okay.
And then in other basketball, PJ Washington realizing what it's like to marry a woman that's been passed around.
Oh, no. What happened?
They just got into a real bad argument and they're putting it online for people to see.
I didn't see that, actually.
And the child's involved, too, so it's real bad.
I just think back to Zach Randolph's tweet that one time where he said, "I married a hoe" with the facepalm emoji. Poor Zebo was going through it. All right, good job by you guys today. Good show. Apologies about the Brooks Austin delay. I don't know what happened over there. I don't know if you gave me a fake phone number but called in or mistyped it or what. But shout out to you guys. Sam, good job. Bubba, good job. Cody, excellent work as always. The Tony Vasilio Show coming up next right here on FanRun Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Looking for your go-to spot to unwind, enjoy great food, and sip something new? Then head over to the Casual Pint North Shore, where the craft beer is always rotating, the food hits the spot, and the vibe is just right. Join FanRun Radio for our first Football Friday broadcast of the year, live this Friday from 3 to 6 at the Casual Pint